Plains to the south and up to the northeast through the weekend. Meals on Wheels volunteers across the South are scrambling to make extra deliveries. More from CBS's Michael Wallace.
Hello, it's Sam with Metro Meals on Wheels.
Samantha Donaldson is delivering a week's worth of shelf-stable meals to her clients in Nashville in case the power goes out. At Meals on Wheels Atlanta, CEO Charlene Crusoe Ingram's volunteers have already delivered meals to cover several days.
For inclement weather, we have to have a plan, and we do.
This meal recipient in Atlanta appreciates the effort.
It makes me feel really loved and cared for. I've never received this kind of love before in my life.
Michael Wallace, CBS News.
The Department of Homeland Security disputes a Minnesota school district's claim that ICE agents used a 5-year-old boy as bait before taking the boy and his father into custody on Wednesday. DHS officials allege that the father, whom they describe as an illegal immigrant from Ecuador, was taken into custody as other ICE officers stayed with the child. Border Patrol Commander-at-Large Gregory Bovino is accusing the media and protesters of spreading false narratives about what immigration agents are doing.
I challenge any other law enforcement agency anywhere nationwide to show me the fantastic care that ICE and U.S. Border Patrol provide children. Don't come across the border illegally, especially don't commit crimes, or there will be consequences.
From the powder to the pen, the FBI has captured one of its most wanted fugitives, former Olympic snowboarder and alleged drug kingpin Ryan Wedding. FBI Director Kash Patel.
Here we are today, bringing him to justice for trafficking hundreds of kilos of cocaine and also for the murder of innocent civilians.
President Trump and Vice President Vance have addressed the annual March for Life in the nation's capital. On stage, the vice president told the crowd,
all of us in the Trump administration, from the president on down, we thank you for your prayers, we thank you for your perseverance, and we thank you that for today, we are all marching for life.
Video game makers entered 2026 with positive momentum. CBS's Jason Brooks.
Industry researcher Circana reported that video game industry sales rose 3% in December from a year earlier, thanks to strong content sales, fueled by a 24% jump in subscription spending. Hardware sales rose 6%, with the Nintendo Switch 2 the leading console seller, while demand declined for Sony's PlayStation 5 and Microsoft's Xbox, with the Xbox suffering its worst ever year for sales.
Stocks mixed on Wall Street. The Dow is down 291 points. This is CBS News.
Follow and listen to CBS Mornings on the go on the free Odyssey app or wherever you get your podcasts.
We have an official date when the two-line service opens across Lake Washington. Details straight ahead, but first, your KIRO News Radio traffic, brought to you by the KIRO News Radio app. In Renton, northbound 405, just past the Maple Valley, you've got a crash on your right shoulder. Traffic is backed up to the Valley Freeway. Nothing real heavy here. Renton to Bellevue will take you right around 20 minutes. And then further north in Bellevue, north 405, approaching Southeast 8th, we have a collision right there in your center lane. Heading into Seattle, northbound I-5 at the I-90 interchange, a collision's been moved to your right shoulder, but we could probably see that right lane blocked once tows arrive. There's a thick backup starting at the Michigan curve, and the West Seattle Bridge is now stacked up to State Route 99. And then, of course, we have our Revive I-5 backup approaching 520 across the Ship Canal Bridge. Everywhere else, we are doing good. Text app to 888-973-5476 to download the KIRO News Radio app. Listen to your favorite shows and get the latest news and updates sent straight to your phone.
KIRO News Radio 97.3 FM Northwest News. Now, the latest from KIRO News Radio and mynorthwest.com.
Hey, good afternoon. I'm Nate Connors. Well, mark your calendar. Light rail across Lake Washington launches Saturday, March 28th. Sound Transit's new two-line Cross-Lake connection will link Seattle to the east side via I-90 with new stations at Judkins Park and Mercer Island. Voters approved this way back in 2008. Speaking of Sound Transit, the Sounder will have special trains running this Sunday from Lakewood and Everett to Seattle. KIRO 7 TV's Ranji Sinha says Link Light Rail will be available. Scheduled construction is canceled.
The one line of the light rail will operate a normal Sunday timetable with additional game trains standing by to carry fans to the game if they are needed. And there's also going to be special extra Sound Transit Express bus service, so that helps people get here as well. So the bottom line, if you can get a ride instead of driving, just hitch a ride on the train or hitch a ride on the light rail, get down here, save yourself some trouble and some aggravation instead of having to drive and park and all that. There's plenty of public transit available.
A close call in Parkland after a crash between a sedan and a mail truck. The mail truck caught fire. A Pierce County Sheriff's deputy pulled the letter carrier out before spraying down the truck.
Fire priority.
Video shows the letter carrier laying on the ground, barely able to move. They were taken to a hospital in serious condition, along with a passenger riding in the sedan. Hundreds of people packed the steps of the Capitol building in Olympia yesterday. They were protesting immigration enforcement action and deportations. Here's KIRO 7 TV's Dee Sun.
The group that organized this protest also runs a deportation hotline, and they say that has been swamped with calls. The Washington Immigrant Solidarity Network, or WISN, tells KIRO 7 its deportation hotline is already on pace to more than double the number of calls it got last year. The increase in confirmed ICE sightings has come with a slew of false reports too, though, mostly spread through social media.
And now your KIRO News Radio weather. Morning fog, afternoon sun, cold temps through the weekend. Today's high will reach the mid-40s. Overnight lows are right near freezing around Seattle. We're at 37 and sunny in downtown Seattle. I'm Nate Connors, KIRO News Radio.
Your best source for local news, serving Western Washington and the world with the KIRO News Radio app. Always streaming live on your smart speakers. You're listening to KIRO News Radio, Northwest News.
And now, it's time for the Jake and Spike Show on KIRO News Radio with your hosts, Jake Skorheim and Spike O'Neill.
Hello. Happy Friday. Jake Skorheim here. Spike O'Neill sitting right there.
Hey, brother. Blue Friday. Blue Friday.
Blue Friday. Happy Blue Friday.
Yeah.
2 days away. 51 hours.
Wow.
51 hours till
51
game
hours.
time. 51 hours and 23 minutes. Is that right? That can't be right.
No, I think you're
hours.
spot on, man.
Game time is going to be Sunday. We figured out, 3:30?
Yeah.
3:30, Sunday. That's the time. NFC Championship. Very exciting.
I got invited to a great Super Bowl party, but it's in another next time zone over, and I was thinking about driving. That would give me a 2:30 just to
Good
get to
luck
the game
figuring
starting
that time
earlier,
out.
right?
Oh, so you can start
earlier, yeah.
Smart. Text me. Let me know what's happening. I'll place bets as you're texting me one time zone earlier. We're going to actually talk. This is going to be fun. We're going to talk later on the show with Charlie Harger. You guys know Charlie Harger, obviously.
Snitches get stitches.
He's going to join us at 2:30. Talk a little bit about this piece he's got on My Northwest about Seahawks and how everybody loves it and all that stuff, which is a ton of fun. All right. We have a lot of stuff to get to. At 1 o'clock, I want to tease ahead to something we're doing at 1 o'clock. There's a bunch of stuff in the news today that is, and I don't want to make this a habit of just complaining about things, but I do want to highlight things that I find annoying.
Yeah.
And I found a few of these things very annoying. I bet you find them annoying too, and I think we can all be annoyed together. I think that's going to lift our spirits.
It will. You're not alone.
Yes, we're going to
go.
go.
Your frustration,
what?
Your consternation. Yeah.
And we can all point at those people that are annoying us and say, "What are you doing? Knock it off." Don't you ever want to do that with people that you see just in normal life? Just be like, knock it off.
Yeah. You want to smack them in the back of the head.
I don't know. I don't want to physically assault them.
I know. No, I'm saying
that's not me.
You're not
I want to point. I want to aggressively point at them and go, knock it off.
See, maybe it's an East Coast thing. I was born in a neighborhood where you get a smack in the back of the head.
Smack him in the head.
Back of the head. Just a back. Nothing. Back up.
A love tap.
Yeah.
I don't want to smack anyone. I don't condone smacking anyone.
No. And I've grown out of it, I hope. But apparently that was my first reaction, so maybe not.
Let's point. Let's be pointing.
Okay. We'll make it a point to point.
We'll say, knock it off.
Knock it off.
But we have a bunch of audio we're going to play for you at 1 o'clock. And there's just people doing stupid stuff. And I just felt like today was the day because it's Friday and it's kind of fun. And we can laugh at it. Let me tell you, if you liked our segment yesterday with that lady, the duck lady.
Karen.
The wild, Karen in the wild. What did you call her?
The warbling, something.
The Karen.
The Karen. Yeah.
Yes. The Pacific Northwest Karen.
Yeah.
Approaching the duck hunters and yelling at them angrily, shouting the F word at them, then you will like the audio that we're going to play at 1 o'clock. I promise you that. All right. Did you see the story about Amazon?
Oh, yeah.
All
right, everyone, gird your loins.
Gird your loins.
Here we go again.
So Amazon had announced, last year they announced they were going to do a couple rounds of layoffs. The first was in October.
Mm-hmm.
I think there was 14,
yeah, good memory.
14,000 people. There you go. 14,000 people laid off. And now this is the second half of that layoff that they were talking about. It's 4% of its workforce. It's a lot of people. But they're going to be laying off. They're saying that they could be as early as Tuesday. laying off 14,000 people. Again, we don't know where these jobs necessarily are coming from. I'm trying to remember last time when they made that an Amazon announcement, 14,000, we're like, whoa.
It's a lot of people.
We have a lot of people here locally. Amazon's the largest local employer in Washington State. 14,000 people out of a job, that's a big deal. And then when the numbers start trickling in, a lot of that was outside the market.
Yeah, there was 2,200 here.
Yeah.
The rest of it was out of the country.
I mean, which is a lot still.
It's a lot of people.
But it's not 14,000. So we'll see what it's going to be this time around. But Amazon employs, do you know how many people they employ worldwide? It's 1.56 million people.
I was going to guess. That's, about 1.5 billion, I bet. Million, I'm sorry.
You nailed it. You nailed it. That's perfect. You're usually way off on guesses. But
I took my original thought and multiplied it by 10.
Perfect.
That's how I get the billion thing.
Let's see here. They have 350,000 corporate employees, total workforce of 1.56 million.
And the 2,200 we lost in October, those were corporate jobs.
A lot of corporate.
Not the fulfillment jobs, not the drivers. Those guys. Those guys actually do the work.
Let me ask you a question. Do you think that Amazon, they are investing? It's not. There's two things to this that I saw in the story, and you can read all about this at My Northwest if you want to. Amazon overhired during the pandemic because everybody was at home.
They exploded.
And
they
exploded in growth.
Yeah.
They grew the company hugely, and now those things are settling back out. Those, everything's kind of shifting again and getting back to maybe a little bit more back to normal. Amazon's continuing to grow. It's not like they're not still investing in growth.
No, but back then money was at 0% interest. Money was free.
They call it cheap. Money was cheap. Yeah.
And those days are over. Borrowing now costs more. And you're right, they're still expanding, but they expanded like crazy out of necessity and opportunity.
Yeah, they had
that's the American ideal, right? Where opportunity meets effort comes success.
So here's where they are investing. And here's a question for the local economy and local politics. Amazon is investing $10 billion on a new campus in North Carolina to expand its cloud computing and artificial intelligence infrastructure. They've also committed $10 billion to a data center in Mississippi, $10 billion in Indiana, $10 billion in Ohio, along with that $10 billion in North Carolina. That's a lot of billions of dollars.
That's $40 billion in
$40 billion in new construction building of expanding the business.
Yeah, well,
I don't see that happening in Seattle.
Well, what they're building in these super center electric generating, AI generating power stations, right? That's what they're investing in the
cloud computing,
and AI. Yeah. So, and they're putting them in these places that they're putting them in. You don't see it in Seattle because they'd have to put it in.
Well, we don't have the land space for that.
Well, we do in Eastern Washington.
In Eastern Washington, yeah.
You could easily put this in Walla Walla. I'm not to pick on them because apparently these big stations, these big AI cloud computing generating stations have very negative effects on the environment and the surrounding communities because they generate a lot of power. They produce a lot of...
Sip a lot of water.
Well, that's my phone. Sorry.
Oh, Spike, your mute button.
Sorry.
Did you know it has a mute button?
No, Laura keeps telling me that. Yeah, I didn't know that.
A little toggle on the side.
There it is.
On the side, push it down, and we are good to go.
You know what else that has? It has an alarm that can tell me that every day before noon I could turn that off.
Do you think...
It's full of features. Here's what I think. I think Jeff Bezos cares about two people in this world.
Okay.
Jeff Bezos and Laura's plastic surgeon. He doesn't care about anybody that he employs.
That's ridiculous.
Nope, I think that's fair to say.
That's ridiculous.
You know what? You're investing $40 billion.
It's ridiculous.
In AI and cloud computing while you're laying off 30,000 people.
It doesn't make him a bad guy. Everybody else is investing in it too.
You got to cut 30,000 families, 30,000 jobs. Yeah, it makes him a bad guy.
It doesn't make him a bad job. Okay, so is Boeing bad whenever they fire people?
Horrible.
They're horrible.
Terrible people.
Microsoft when our companies had to lay people off, are they bad people?
They're off my Christmas card list.
This doesn't make people bad people. The problem is he's a massive employer. A lot of companies had to fire Starbucks. Starbucks laid off a lot of people.
Well, we know that guy's a bag of dirt.
What?
Schultz?
Oh, no, not Schultz. The new guy that came in that ran Chipotle.
Brian Nichols.
Yeah.
And raised Chipotle's value by 800%. Starbucks hires him. He's a hot commodity. He comes in and he says, "Guys, we got a lot of
send a lot of you
fat
home.
We can trim.
A lot of send you folks home." Yeah.
Yeah, and I think that was around 5%. Now we're talking about less than that from Microsoft. That doesn't make him a bad guy. He just employs a ton of people.
I was being a little bit facetious that he only cares about two people. I'm sure he cares about more. But the human element of his business expansion is not high on his priorities. He's investing in cloud computing and artificial intelligence.
Well, he's investing where the company's going to grow. If
you're, if you're away from humanity and into micro and computers and robotics.
There'll be side businesses that pop up that have to service those industries as well. Those are going to require human beings.
Yeah, those businesses
people will open roadside stands.
Yeah, yes.
Listen, the guy employs 1.56 million people. And if you think that he only cares, I'm only having such a strong reaction to it because you said he only cares about himself and his
That's why I said it.
His
wife's plastic surgeon. I didn't say he cared of his wife. He cares about a plastic surgeon.
Well,
he's got a better relationship with that guy.
You might see
He sees that guy's work a lot more.
Well, if you do good work, you want to see it.
I see families.
I defend you, Jeff Bezos. You don't need my defense, but I defend you. I don't think you're a bad guy. He's a businessman. That's what we expect of business people.
Yeah,
you know what?
Businessmen don't need to shave their heads and bulk their muscles up like a Superman villain.
Would you rather have somebody who's like really emotionally tied into every single thing but doesn't run a great business, or somebody who runs a great business and is a little more of a robot?
I don't think they're mutually exclusive. I think there are great businesses that care about their employees. I really do. I think there are many examples. Costco comes to mind first and foremost.
Sure.
Who take genuine care of their employees, who don't make decisions based on every possible nickel of profit.
Well, I understand.
And they care for their employees.
Costco's also not a tech business, so they're not growing in the same way that Amazon is growing. Amazon is a tech business.
Amazon's a retailer. If he wants to grow his tech business, he's got the resources to do so.
Well, Amazon Web Services is the pinnacle of the web services, like what they do.
Yeah, I guess my point is, you got these people that are expendable because technology is making them expendable.
Yeah, but whose fault is that? He didn't invent AI.
He's just investing in furthering it.
So he's a bad guy for investing in new technology.
He's racing to make humanity insignificant. The humanity of his workforce. So I think there's something wrong with that.
Would it be better if he invested in parts of the company that aren't making money?
That if he grew a little slower,
but were human elements, and don't have the ability to grow and to take care of a lot of people job wise.
Yeah,
maybe a couple people get to keep their jobs.
I think it might be better if he had a 4% growth rate instead of a 6% growth rate, and 4% of his workforce doesn't lose their gigs. Yeah, I think that might be. Me. I'm a fan of It's a Wonderful Life. I'm a pioneer.
You're describing a charity. You're not describing a business. Like a business.
You think Costco's a charity?
No, I don't think Costco's a charity.
Well, there are business examples across. I'd venture to guess, and I'm not a guy who studies business. I'd work at CNBC at that point, or maybe a better network. Who knows?
Sure.
I'd work at Fox Business, whatever. But there are business examples that people who put the humanity of their workforce above the every nickel they can squeeze out of the profit margin. I mean, you're right. And business is business. I get it.
I'm not saying that there's no businesses out there who don't want the. I mean, like there's highly rated businesses who
care
are
about
all
their
about
workforce.
employee experience,
Yes.
and that's great. And that's how they
Cracker Barrel comes to mind.
Cracker Barrel,
right?
That's how they attract good employees. Is
Yes.
They say, hey, the culture here is really fantastic.
Because
there's
there's
good
value
job
in that.
growth and security, all that stuff.
Right. It's not bad business to be good to your employees.
Is pay play into that? You think pay is a function of what makes an employee happy?
Of course, yeah.
I mean, they're not
it's
compelled.
The meat on the plate. It's not a side dish.
They're not compelled to be at these jobs.
Compensation, yeah.
I assume they applied for these jobs.
Absolutely.
Amazon's the highest paying employer locally here. I would guess on average. I mean, most of the people who are working there in their corporate office are making a ton of money.
They're not celebrating that minimum wage increase because it doesn't affect them at all. I'm with you there.
Yeah. I mean, how much they have to pay for coffee.
And you've got a very valid and fair perspective that a business is in business to make money. When you're a stockholder-driven business, you've got a responsibility to those guys to squeeze every nickel out of the profit margin.
I think, and that makes it almost seem too callous and cold. I don't think I think you can be somebody who's trying to grow your business, and it also the byproduct of a healthy, successful business is that you're going to have a lot of opportunity to employ people.
Yeah.
If your focus is just to keep people employed, then I don't know if that's a good long-term business. I mean, again, you and I don't run businesses, so we're
exactly. We talk about it.
There's some middle ground
somewhere.
Listen, does he have a big yacht? Yes. Do I fault him for that?
Does he need a bigger yacht, though? No.
You can always get a bigger yacht. Someone's always got a bigger yacht. All right, let's move off of Amazon. We didn't plan on talking about that for so long, but that was fun. Let's talk about dead fish.
Sure.
A good transition.
Let's cheer up the room.
Did you see this story?
I love this story.
1,500 dead fish released in the Washington River.
It's great.
Listen,
it's a great
I'm not like
story.
a fish expert, but normally you put them in alive. Why are they doing this, Spike?
They're doing this, and they're doing this way, way, way far away from anybody who would actually smell the carcasses of these 1,500 dead fish. It's a place over in the lower southeastern corner of Washington. What is it? The Tucumán River. Mm-hmm. Okay, it feeds into the Snake River, which feeds into the Columbia.
Yeah.
Down in the southeastern
way
corner.
out.
Yeah.
Way
Here's
out.
the deal. When salmon swim upstream, they spawn, they die.
Yeah.
These nutrients that come from decaying, rotting dead fish in the streams,
very healthy.
They feed a whole ecosystem. That other critters, not just fish, the salmon themselves, they return. They live on these things.
Amazing.
When there's a reduced amount of salmon coming back upstream, there's a reduced amount of carcasses dying in the stream.
So it's like a fertilizer for the river.
Exactly right. So they're going to take 1,500 dead carcasses and drop them in the Tucumán, which is going to reek, trust me, as they decay in the water.
Anyone who's ever been up to Salmon Days in Issaquah,
you know
the smell.
And these are dead hatchery fish.
Yeah.
Right? But these aren't fish that made it back upstreams. They're going to go, and take them back up to the grounds and dump them in the streams to reinvigorate the population.
Where are they getting all these dead fish?
Dead hatcheries.
Oh, the hatcheries.
Hatchery fishes, yeah.
Okay.
This is great because this is going to make better times for the fishermen, the fishing community, the fly fishing community, these people that live in the environment. What's the word I'm looking for? There's the economy of fishing.
Sure, fishermen.
Sport fishing.
Sport fishing.
Yeah, there's an economy-based industry there.
Yeah.
This is going to help that. This is good use of our resources.
It's good use.
Yeah, I like this story.
It's just a funny headline.
15,000 dead stinking, rotten fish carcasses. Yeah. Your tax dollars at work.
I was prepared to make fun of the state.
Throwing dead.
Boy, they can't do anything right, can they?
No, they're finally doing something right. Where your tax dollars go, dead fish.
It stinks, though.
Chucked into a river.
We went up to Salmon. We've been up to Salmon Days a number of times. Fun. But you walk around and the whole town just stinks.
Oh, yeah. And you imagine you said, is pay important?
Yeah.
What are they paying these guys? This is a dirty job. That Mike Rowe guy?
Paying them in fish.
These guys better be wearing like hazmat. That stuff don't scrub off.
The carcasses weigh 20 to 30 pounds. These dead fish. These bloating, disgusting
and now
fish.
1,500 of them chucked into this river.
Gross.
Buckets of them.
That's a heck of a job.
Right?
Like, what do? I'd throw dead fish in the river.
I repopulate the biodiversity.
It's the opposite. It's the complete opposite of a fisherman.
Yeah.
Isn't that weird?
It is.
It's a weird job. Good for them. All right. Speaking of another weird job, I got to play this clip real fast. This drove me nuts. Sound Transit. They have this Cross Lake opening. They've been they were about to announce, and they finally did when it's going to open.
They announced, yeah.
And Spike, when are they opening it?
March 28th.
March 28th.
Which is a couple months ahead of schedule.
Well,
see how they spend this stuff?
It's 5 years late, minus 2 months ahead of schedule.
I'm hoping this wasn't what you're going to do at 1 o'clock, the stuff that ticks you off.
No. This is just early. This is an early taste of stuff that ticks me off.
They're 5 years behind schedule, but they're 2 months early.
2 months early, 5 years behind, and 2 months early on their second or third.
But that's not what you caught you on this
Here's
story,
what just drove me nuts. Sound Transit board member Claudia Balducci, who I think didn't she run for county executive?
Yes, she did.
She got beaten?
Yes, she did, yeah.
Well, listen, if these are the kinds of statements she makes, it's obvious to me why she was beaten. She was talking recently at a Sound Transit board meeting about this Cross Lake line that's going to be opening in March.
Yeah, March 28th.
And they needed
2 months ahead of schedule.
They needed some new money for this thing.
Well, they're tens of millions, according to her, they're tens of millions over budget.
Tens of millions over budget,
and
5 years behind schedule.
Yes.
And so they figured out, they said, hey, you know what we were able to do? We looked at even though they're super in debt and like good Lord, the price of this thing is ridiculous.
Yeah.
She said, we just found an extra $60 million. Wow. We're just redirecting it. Listen to how callously she refers to $60 million of your dollars. This is what she referred to it as.
This is really couch cushion money.
Couch cushion money. $60 million. I gotta say, all hyperbole aside.
Okay.
When you're describing $60 million as couch cushion money with like kind of a smug look on your face when you're describing it. Do you think she ever looks in the mirror and goes, whoa, what have we done? What have we done?
I'd be heartbroken if she doesn't.
2016, voters pass it. It's supposed to be $53 billion.
Yeah.
The current price tag is north of $180 billion.
Yep.
And climbing. They're now talking about selling 75-year bonds in order to pay for it, which means it's 2 to 3 times interest debt on that money down the road.
It eases the pain now. It makes it not
borrowing
even the next
now
generation.
to pay later.
2 generations down the track.
2 generations down the road.
Yeah.
Fortunately, these trains probably won't even be finished by then, and they'll be brand new. But when you were referring to $60 million as couch cushion money, isn't that offensive? Can't we all be offended by that?
I would hope I think we should be.
It's ridiculous.
And we just figured out we figured out where we could grab 60 million from this pocket and put it in that pocket over there.
Who's doing your books?
Well, that's why they're 5 years behind schedule and tens of millions over budget. They don't know where 60 million was. We found it in the cushion of the couch in the lounge, which is catered by Tom Douglas, apparently.
We should go visit that couch.
Nice lounge.
$60 million.
Yeah, and while they're not looking, we'll see what's in between the cushions.
Stick around. All right, we got a lot more coming up. Stick around. Next, a local... how would you describe this spot? This is a local landmark.
It's a landmark. It's a local treasure.
Yeah,
local treasure.
But should it stay a treasure, and for what price? We'll talk about it next. Stick around.
We are finally just about set.
One win away from the Super Bowl.
Touchdown, Seahawks! A perfect pass by Darnold.
Here's Steve Rabel and Dave Wyman call the NFC Championship game.
These guys, they take it very seriously.
Seahawks, Rams, Sunday at Lumen Field. Kickoff at 3:30.
We're really having a hard time hearing thanks to the 12s.
The road to the Super Bowl runs through Seattle and the home of the Seahawks. KIRO News Radio.
Around here, rain isn't a surprise. While others run for cover, Seahawks fans step into the storm, game day ready. And the Pro Shop is how.
Ball picked up. Witherspoon comes near side. 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown! Seahawks!
Every game, any weather. We got that. Shop official Seahawks gear in-store at Lumen Field and the Landing in Renton. Or online at Seahawks.com/Pro Shop.
Your old furnace ain't nice, and your toes are like ice.
DayandNight.net.
Day and Night gives you a free furnace or water heater with installation of an AC or heat pump.
If you're not sure your furnace will make it through another winter, call us to install a proper, long-lasting, efficient heating system backed by our lifetime workmanship guarantee, so you won't be left out in the cold.
Install an AC or heat pump and get a free furnace or water heater from Day and Night Plumbing, Heating, Cooling, and Electric.
DayandNight.net.
Nearing retirement? Do you know what retirement will cost you? John Curley here from Madrona Financial. Retirement isn't just about income. It's about avoiding big mistakes and blind spots that hurt so many. Taxes, healthcare, inflation. Even with reasonable growth, those three alone can wreck your retirement if ignored. Gain knowledge on how to turn your money into a system that supports you when times are good or bad. Join Matt Beyer and Madrona Financial and CPAs for a free virtual retirement planning workshop Tuesday, the 27th of January at 6:30 p.m. Attend from the comfort of your own home. Bring your spouse, too. You'll learn what a complete retirement plan looks like, not just a portfolio. Just call right now to RSVP, and they'll email you the Zoom link. Again, Tuesday, the 27th, 6:30 p.m., online via Zoom. To RSVP, call 833-673-7373 or sign up online at madronafinancial.com/events. It's free, but you'll need to RSVP. Call 833-673-7373.
Big Trees is Washington's premier tree sales and transplant company. Looking for a big selection of big trees? Visit Big Trees in Snohomish or BigTreeSupply.com.
Privacy, instantly.
Guys, low energy, low drive, or strength not what it used to be? For many men, it's low testosterone. At Revive Men's Health Washington, start with a free T-Check exam and consultation to get real answers. And this month only, qualified patients may receive 25% off testosterone replacement therapy. Call 206-529-1111 or visit ReviveMen'sHealth.com. Terms apply. Must medically qualify.
For seniors, the new year is a good time to reassess finances. If you're struggling with bills, our friend Steve Teitler of Best Mortgage says a reverse mortgage may be a great way to ease your stress.
Seniors tell me all the time, we love our home, we'd love to stay here, but we just can't afford it anymore. A reverse mortgage lets you tap your home equity for tax-free cash to pay off your mortgage, pay off your debts, and maybe put some extra money in the bank. You've worked hard for that home equity. Now let your home work for you. And best of all, you'll have no mortgage payments the rest of your life.
And you always talk to a real person, not an AI robot.
That's right. You'll get a no-pressure consultation directly from me. Never a sales pitch and never an AI bot.
Honest advice you can trust from Best Mortgage, the reverse mortgage experts, the VA loan and debt consolidation experts too. 425-649-6000. Best Mortgage, 425-649-6000.
This is Lynn. She's always been active, maybe a little too active back in the day.
When I was 19 years old and immortal, I stripped out all my ligament and I had to have 6 knee surgeries, and that's on my right knee. And then my left knee finally gave out and had a torn meniscus.
Years of pain followed until she saw Dr. Mark Wagner at Seattle Sports and Regenerative Medicine for stem cell therapy.
I'm 4 months out and I have no pain in my knees, and I have had knee pain my whole life. I have no concept of what it was like without pain. It's a miracle. I'm totally thrilled.
No pain, no limits.
Dr. Wagner gave me the green light to ski again this year. I'm like, that's incredible. So I'm just so excited.
After years of surgeries and setbacks, Lynn finally got her freedom back.
I think he saved my legs, so saved my knees, and gave me at least another 10, 15 years to do what I want to do.
If joint pain is holding you back, find out what stem cell therapy could do for you with Dr. Mark Wagner, MD, at Seattle Sports and Regenerative Medicine. Schedule your consultation at drmarkwagnermd.com.
For over 50 years, they've spread a message of brotherhood and harmony through multi-platinum funk. The original street band, War. Live at Jazz Alley, January 29th through February 1st. Tickets at jazzalley.com.
KIRO News Radio 97.3 FM, Northwest News. Now, the latest from KIRO News Radio and mynorthwest.com.
Good afternoon. I'm Nate Connors. Bracing for layoffs at Amazon as Reuters reports up to 14,000 jobs could be lost as soon as next week. Here's CBS tech contributor Ian Scher.
Part of this has been because the tech industry in general has been struggling with layoffs. But also Amazon in particular cut some 14,000 jobs back last year. And so this is not particularly surprising. I think what's important is that this is kind of part of a global trimming of the company that we've been seeing going on for quite a while. And it feels like they go through these types of up and down layoffs pretty often.
The Red Cross is asking you to roll up your sleeve.
We are in a severe blood shortage.
Supplies at 2 of the 3 regional blood banks that serve Washington are dangerously low. Kristen Goodwillie with the American Red Cross says last month's historic storms and flooding forced many blood drives to be canceled. Not only that,
we are experiencing one of the worst flu seasons in the last 20 years. We want people to be healthy when they're donating.
If you donate between now and Sunday, you'll be entered for a chance to win a trip for 2 to the Super Bowl. Find out more at redcrossblood.org. Frank Lenzi, KIRO News Radio.
Well, across the Pacific Northwest, Seahawks fans everywhere are coming together for Sunday's big game. KIRO News Radio's Luke Ducey talked with a leading sports psychologist about what it all means.
According to world-renowned sports psychologist Dr. Daniel Wan at Murray State University, being at 12 means more than we might think.
It all comes down to the fact that we have within us a built-in need to belong.
And if you're feeling anxious leading up to Sunday's 3:30 kickoff, well, that's a good thing.
Because if you don't feel anxious about an upcoming sporting event, are you really even excited?
Luke Ducey, KIRO News Radio.
You'd have to go back to 1963 to find this kind of weather pattern in western Washington. That's the last time the region went 15 straight days in January without rain. Jacob DeFlitch with the National Weather Service says we're close to tying the record.
Today is day 11 of seeing no precipitation in Seattle, and we've just been under kind of a pattern that's really deflected any of these weather systems away from us.
It'll stay dry through the weekend, and if no rain falls through Tuesday, we will tie that record. KIRO News Radio traffic brought to you by your KIRO News Radio app. Here in Seattle, southbound I-5, we're looking good. A little crowded from Lake City Way in the downtown, Linwood to Seattle, a 20-minute trip. North 5, though, is pretty solid already between the West Seattle Bridge and the Ship Canal Bridge, where your 2 left lanes are closed, through June for road work. It's going to take you about 15 minutes to make it through downtown right now. And over in Bellevue, westbound 90, heavy volumes from 150th over to 405 due to our collision north 405 near Southeast 8th. It is on your right shoulder, but traffic is slowing at the seam. Text app to 888-973-5476 to download the KIRO News Radio app. Listen to your favorite shows and get the latest news and updates sent straight to your phone. And now KIRO News Radio weather, sunny and 45 this afternoon. Overnight, we're going to get freezing again with a low right around 30. 42 and sunshine in downtown Seattle. I'm Nate Connors, KIRO News Radio.
Your best source for local news. You're listening to KIRO News Radio, Northwest News.
All right, welcome back to the show. Spike, when's the last time you went to Seattle Center? Hung out at Seattle Center?
Well, it's different. I went there for a game, Kraken game for last night.
Sure.
I went there for a rock concert.
So you had to walk through
at the Climate Pledge, yeah.
The big fountain there.
Yeah. My kid goes to the various festivals that are down there, whether it's
Bumbershoot.
Folklife, Bumbershoot, those things. To go and just play on the fountain or hang out on the lawn by the flag pavilion, it's been a decade.
Long time.
Yeah.
Yeah, me too. I think the last time I was down there, my wife and I were out on a date or something, and we said, hey, we should walk through there. It'd be fun. And it's empty. It's completely empty when I went through. There wasn't
outside of a special event. Yeah,
there was no. Yeah. I mean, there was. If there would have been something happening at Climate Pledge, I imagine the courtyards probably would have people around. But there wasn't a ton. There wasn't a ton to see or do, and it was a beautiful, sunny weekend when I was there. There was some people out. There's always people kind of milling about. But it hasn't really been. Do you remember what it was like back in the day? Like, was it ever a busy place? Because it's a huge footprint. It's not like even if there's a lot of people, it would feel packed.
Well, it's been, 60 plus years now since it was created for the World's Fairs. That's when the center was created for World's Fair,
1962.
Right? You can tell by looking at some of the buildings, like particularly the Science Center.
Yeah.
It looks like the Jetsons, the whole place in there. And that was the deal.
They wanted it to look like a futuristic 21st century. Yeah.
The question being asked is the city's going to take a lot of money if they want to restore it, make it a viable urban center.
Yeah,
it's going to cost a lot of taxpayer money to a city that's already stretched thin.
They're
underwater.
They want to take more of your money to do it. That's what they want to do. They want to raise $1 billion was the plan that I saw. $1 billion to spend on improvements. You got really old buildings. You got, I guess, the fountains.
The fountains. You've been through the Armory lately?
The fountains, they just keep empty now. They don't even have water in them because they said it's too expensive because there's too many leaks because they're so old.
Maintenance would require an updating. Yeah.
Which is kind of weird to think of. The Armory. Oh, you mean the big...
that big square building in the very center, just...
with the food?
Food courts. Yeah, I think it's the food courts.
Children's Museum, the Laffy Taffy, bending.
Is that the Armory?
Yeah.
Where they do the big train set at Christmas.
Okay.
Yeah, they have various festivals there from different, regional festivals. The Irish Festival.
Is there still a Starbucks in there? There used to be a Starbucks in there 20 years ago. When last time I went in there, I was a ball boy for the Sonics. Sonics have gone away. Yeah. I imagine the Starbucks has gone away. I don't know that. But.
Last time I was socializing at the center, Pearl Jam was playing at the Mural Amphitheater.
Sure.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Back when I could talk. Those were the days. That's the last time I was just recreating in the center.
So what year would that have been?
91.
Okay.
92. But I mean, I've been
I was there about 10 years after you.
I've been there about 10 years ago. I was actually there just kind of going through, spending a sunny afternoon.
Is it worth the investment, though, for people to spend $1 billion on that? Do people want it?
I don't. Maybe I'm just an old fart. And I loved the place. My wife was born and raised here. She remembers the Fun Forest when there was an amusement park, whereas what is now the Mopop, right? And she has going to football games at Memorial Stadium, which just got leveled and being rebuilt.
Yeah.
Do we need another? I mean, I love that McCall Hall is there. There's the Repertory Theater there.
Is the Science Center? Is that where the Science Center is?
Science Center's there. That's on the southern edge.
Okay.
They're talking about, the big courtyard that looks like a scene out of a sci-fi movie.
Sure.
Looks like the Omega Man. You expected those nuclear-infected nightcrawler people to come out every time the sun goes down at the Science Center.
If it was in the 1960s, yeah.
Right? That does.
Because that's when it was made.
Well, they announced today that they're going to open that courtyard up to the public because there were the fences there and the ticket booth, the old school ticket booth.
Yeah.
Right? That's coming down. They want to open up that courtyard
so they want
to the public,
drop the gates and let people in.
Yeah, because nobody's paying to go in.
Because nobody wants to go in.
Right. They think free might be the answer. They don't think antiquated and
we'll see if that works.
And derelict is a problem. They think it's the price of admission.
The problem with a place like the Science Center is it's not super easy to get to.
No.
There's not really great parking if my memory serves.
I talked to a friend 2 days ago, parked at one of those lots. And their car got broken into.
Did it really?
Oh, yeah.
That sucks.
Smashed. And when you look at the sign, we're not responsible for people breaking into your car in a paid garage.
When I think of the Science Center, I think we used to go down there when I was a kid on field trips, like little kid field trips.
Yeah,
you'd see there was like a big bubble thing.
Sure.
There was the dinosaurs, which are no longer there.
They're gone.
Too expensive.
We tried to buy one, couldn't. We were outbid.
Did you really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. The bike, you remember the bike that was on the elevated bike?
Yes, the elevated bike, yeah.
I imagine for safety reasons, they probably don't do that, but I don't know. Maybe
they tried like a net for a while, like a trapeze artist with that.
Oh, okay.
That didn't answer the. No.
Okay.
People have thrill seeking has taken such an upward trajectory. Riding a bike 40 foot in the air just wasn't the thrill it used to be.
They said no thanks.
Yeah.
They closed for the pandemic. They were closed until July of 2022. They closed from March 20 to 2022.
Yeah, but everybody going out in public was closed down. Yeah.
Well, some people opened up. They decided not to.
Yeah.
I think that was a mistake. They probably should have. You already have like a fledgling group of people who are willing to come and visit you, and then you shut your gates.
Yeah.
I mean, you're kind of. I guess they were following the Science Center at that point, but it's still like it's difficult
hard to not follow the science when you're the science center.
When you're the Science Center.
Yeah, that's true. Maybe they were just caught between a rock and a.
I think they followed the science a little too long, in my opinion.
They're living in the past.
They're living in the past.
That's the problem with Seattle Center. Your question is, should we spend $1 billion of taxpayer money to make it a nicer place that nobody will visit, a more updated place that nobody will visit?
If you made it cool and nicer, would people visit?
No.
You don't think so?
No. I think you know what you do with that massively valuable acreage that is in the heart of downtown, the north end of downtown Seattle, Lower Queen Anne.
Yeah.
Right. You make it an urban village.
Just much like Northgate?
Yes, you put in a lot of residential because we need affordable housing. You make attractions there. You're going to keep the climate pledge. What's it called these days?
Yeah,
Key Arena.
That's not going anywhere.
Right? It's not going anywhere. They just put a ton of money in it. Bezos put a ton of money in that. I love Jeff Bezos. I don't know if I said it earlier. I think he's a gift.
Oh, that's nice.
He's a gift.
I thought he hates people.
Well, but he loves people to come to the Seattle Center.
Sure.
Now, if you can keep the amenities that are there. Right, we don't need the Armory. We don't need the Science Center. We don't need the stadium.
They want to turn that Armory into like a big, giant, floor-to-ceiling window glass enclosure where people can walk around, multi-tiered, sit down, have a food,
sure,
hang out.
Sounds great. Where do I park? No, thanks.
I don't know what. Yeah, you're right. How do you get down there? Where do you park? How do you make it easy?
If you want to take that square footage and make it 50% residential, keep the amenities that still work, the theaters, the arenas. Right,
is the planetarium still there? The planetarium.
Yeah, I believe it's still part of the Science Center. Yeah, are people still smoking weed and watching Pink Floyd's Dark Side of the Moon while laying on their back looking at lasers? I don't know that they are anymore.
I don't think they are.
I think that audience has aged out and has grandkids now.
Yeah, I think you're right. And their grandkids don't want to be gathering in groups.
Sticky carpet, looking down, looking up while secondhand smoke and mushroom dust falls on you. Nobody wants to do that.
Let me tell you what, they're missing out. They're missing out because when you're in that dark room when you've got a special someone,
when you've got virtual reality helmets, you don't
just
need
being
Pink
next
Floyd.
to. Remember how exciting that was when you're like 15, 16, got a pretty girl next to you, and you're just looking up at the stars, just like, oh my gosh, I'm laying next to a girl right now.
It was enough.
And that was enough. Yes. And kids these days,
so was a 40-foot bike in the air, but not today.
Not today.
No.
God, they don't know what they're doing. I
think you level the bulk of Seattle Center. And you make
keep those big arch-looking things.
Sure, that's art.
Keep a couple things.
You preserve those things. You keep the jewels. We're not going to knock down the Space Needle. We're not going to knock down the arches.
The Space Needle makes money and it's privately owned.
Sure. Well, let's put some modern, viable 21st century goods in there. Some attractions, some residential. That way you can have it privately funded instead of $1 billion in taxpayer money. Make them put some parking in there so it's a place that you can safely park.
The other problem that they face long term is that it's, by its design, it's a central meeting place for lots of people in the city.
Mm-hmm.
And if you make it open to everyone, then everybody can come in.
Right.
And if Seattle doesn't want to remove undesirables, it's going to scare away people with kids.
People want to come see the 3-story glass building to walk around on. Yes.
It will drive away your paying customers.
Yeah.
And so unless the city's willing to deal with that element of the society as well, then to throw $1 billion at this,
let's use that $1 billion to clean up the streets and let private funding build the new center.
That's interesting. That's a good idea.
And maybe get the fountains fixed.
And maybe, get some gum. Plug it up. Fix it. Put some water back in those things. All right. We got a lot more coming up. This is kind of crazy. This actually happened on Good to Go, part of WashDOT. They sent out a link to people who are inside the system.
Official WashDOT link?
They sent an email.
Okay.
And then the email was a hyperlink to a website that you are not going to believe. We'll tell you about it when we get back. Stick around.
Choke Points with Chris Sullivan. Presented by Carter Subaru.
More like choke point. The new year brings a big new headache for the thousands of you commuting south on I-5 into Seattle. The latest phase of Revive I-5 is underway, and it won't be finished anytime soon. I've got you covered with traffic on the 3s every morning from 6 to 9 on Seattle's Morning News. Nate Connors has you covered every afternoon. We're always hunting for alternate routes, and we'll help you get where you need to be a little faster. On KIRO News Radio 97.3 FM.
You gave years, maybe decades to your job. You showed up, worked hard, and planned for retirement. But now, the company's changed. Or maybe you've taken a buyout or been forced into early retirement. So, what happens next? I'm Jeff Jr., founder of Trajan Wealth. And if you've built up a 401k or thrift savings plan, now is the time to ask, is that money really working for you? Many workplace retirement plans offer limited options and even less guidance. At Trajan Wealth, we help people just like you roll over their accounts into IRAs with more flexibility and personalized investment strategies built around your goals. For households with $500,000 or more, let us build you a personalized plan. We operate on veteran values, service, trust, and doing what's right. Your next chapter starts now. Call Trajan Wealth, 206-656-3300, 206-656-3300.
Advisory services offered through Trajan Wealth, LLC, an SEC-registered investment advisor.
Progressive knows there are some surprisingly expensive things in life, like rugs. People say a rug would really bring the room together. And sure, you don't know what that means, but it sounds important. Suddenly you're using words like jute and sisal. Then you see the price and lose it, because how can the thing you walk and spill on cost so much? So you devote your life to taking down Big Rug. But then you remember that switching your home and auto to Progressive could save you hundreds. So, looks like Big Rug is safe. For now. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and other insurers. Not available in all states.
This is the story of the one. As an HVAC technician, he and his digital multimeter are in high demand. So when a noisy office HVAC turns out to be a failing blower motor, he doesn't break a sweat. With Grainger's easy-to-use website and product information, he selects the product he needs to keep everything humming right along. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Remember that time we were driving through France and for some reason we didn't have GPS?
Oh, for some reason? That reason would be that you didn't plug your phone in because you didn't have a charger.
Yeah, because I let you borrow my phone so you could call your mother, and you're on the phone for like 30 minutes telling her where we are. But that aside, we didn't know where we were going. We did fight a little bit because we didn't know where we were going. I think that Longevity Medical Clinic is like the GPS for us. They tell us which turns to make. They tell us which directions to go, right?
They do. And now I feel like the two of us together have a clear path and we have more control over our own health care.
Right, exactly. So you don't have to get out of the car and try to find information somewhere. It's all right there. As you're aging, all the little sort of turns you have to make in order to be able to have lots of energy and to enjoy your life. So for as far as I'm concerned, Longevity Medical Clinic is our GPS. Do what Nick and I have done. Take a free health analysis at lmclinic.com. That's lmclinic.com.
Now is your time to get into a new D.R. Horton home by taking advantage of its National Red Tag Sales event going on right now through January 25th. Stop by any of its participating communities and find select Red Tag homes at incredible pricing. So whether you're buying your first home or looking for an upgrade, you don't want to miss the Red Tag Sales event going on right now. Discover the D.R. Horton difference. Visit drhorton.com. D.R. Horton, America's builder and equal housing opportunity builder.
Cold is leaking and rats are moving and mold is creeping and water seeping in. It's hard to be a homeowner, we know.
Without American Crawl Space and Pest Services, it is hard to be a homeowner. Dave Ross here. American Crawl are the heroes to call for insulation and pest issues because in addition to their great reviews and decades of experience, they also give out the most PSE insulation rebates of any insulation company in the state.
American Crawl, the heroes you call.
Get your free inspection at AmericanCrawl.com.
For seniors, the new year is a good time to reassess finances. If you're struggling with bills, our friend Steve Teitler of Best Mortgage says a reverse mortgage may be a great way to ease your stress.
Seniors tell me all the time, we love our home, we'd love to stay here, but we just can't afford it anymore. A reverse mortgage lets you tap your home equity for tax-free cash to pay off your mortgage, pay off your debts, and maybe put some extra money in the bank. You've worked hard for that home equity. Now let your home work for you. And best of all, you'll have no mortgage payments the rest of your life.
And you always talk to a real person, not an AI robot.
That's right. You'll get a no-pressure consultation directly from me. Never a sales pitch and never an AI bot.
Honest advice you can trust from Best Mortgage, the reverse mortgage experts, the VA loan and debt consolidation experts too. 425-649-6000. Best Mortgage, 425-649-6000.
Save $600 on windows and $1,500 on doors at Lake Washington Windows and Doors. Enjoy easy 0 down, 0 payments, and 0 interest financing for 12 months, plus a lifetime installation warranty. Visit LakeWashingtonWindows.com today.
Your old furnace ain't nice, and your toes are like ice.
DayandNight.net.
Day and Night gives you a free furnace or water heater with installation of an AC or heat pump.
If you're not sure your furnace will make it through another winter, call us to install a proper, long-lasting, efficient heating system backed by our lifetime workmanship guarantee, so you won't be left out in the cold.
Install an AC or heat pump and get a free furnace or water heater from Day and Night Plumbing, Heating, Cooling, and Electric.
DayandNight.net.
All right, welcome back to the show. This next story is a crazy watchdog story that I saw on the interwebs. Yes.
So they sent out an official email from the WASDOT account.
Yes, Brandy Cruz had this story, and she did a video of this so you could watch it in real time. And basically, the video is a good to go thing that gets sent out, and then if you scroll down on it, there is a hyperlink to a. I'm not going to say the word.
How to beat the tolls?
Not how to beat the tolls.
Because I'd like an email like that.
Here's what Brandy posted. She says, this is real. Washington State toll payers got an official email from @WashDOT with a link that redirected them to an F-word ice.org. We've asked the state for comment. So they asked the state for comment. WashDOT then responds and says, thank you for reaching out on this issue. Please see the statement from WashDOT below. WashDOT was made aware of the hyperlink issue earlier today by 2 customers who received the email statements that included the link. WashDOT was able to correct the issue and disable the hyperlink within an hour of notification. That's good. It's quick. It's the fastest WashDOT's ever done anything. WashDOT did not intentionally include this hyperlink in the email, and we will continue to investigate the cause. And that's from Allison Krutzinger, Senior Director of External Relations.
So they got hacked? Is that basically what they're...
No, that's clearly... If you're sending out an internal email to people, then somebody who works
there was a
how else
rogue?
Would they do it? Of course.
They got hacked.
What do you mean hacked? Why are you saying hacked?
Well, I mean...
I don't know if that word means what you think it means. What do you mean hacked?
Well, so there are 2 things are possible here. Somebody at WASDOT sent this out intentionally to, display their political leanings.
Okay.
With a blatantly, flagrantly obscene.
Sure, obscene. Yes.
And a post, or someone managed to hack into the official WASDOT account and send this email out.
And send a good to go email.
Yeah.
Why would they do that?
Why would somebody blatantly send out?
Well, I think there's a third option.
Okay.
There's also the possibility that an internal person who has control over these systems and sends out these emails accidentally included the link because
they were sending it to their buddy Steve, who's also an anti-Trumper.
It could have been. Well, it doesn't have anything to do with Trump. It's an FICE.org website.
Anti-Trump. Yeah, but go on. Anti-ICE then. I'll stop there.
Yeah, it's an anti-ICE website.
Yeah.
It's possible that they were on this website. They included it because
okay. Yeah, there's a third possibility.
Like the people at WashDOT.
Yeah.
I fully believe that somebody at WashDOT
feels this way,
holds these views, and also while at work are on these websites, which they should probably look into, and accidentally put it out there, or this person did it intentionally, in which case I'd say in either of those 2 cases you could make a good argument that person should be fired.
Oh, absolutely.
I mean, in both of those cases. I don't think it's personally.
Is it a possibility that they got hacked from an outside source and no one at WASDOT?
I think it's like less than a 1% chance.
Okay. Hopefully we'll find out.
I mean, it's an internal. It feels like an internal thing to me.
An inside job from a rogue employee.
Yeah, I mean, I don't even know if they're rogue. It just could be a stupid employee. Careless, stupid, could be rogue.
Ideologically driven, careless.
Yeah,
move.
I just,
embarrassing for WASDOT.
It's embarrassing for WASDOT.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. As is the express lane situation that they're dealing with right now.
In the morning commute.
You guys go onto my Twitter and sign my petition to get my morning commute down.
Yeah.
Knowing now that these people have these websites linked in with their emails, help me get them to change their mind. All right, we got a lot more coming up. Stick around. Oh, yeah, things that annoy us next.
Yeah.
This feels like a theme today. We'll be right back.
Choke Points with Chris Sullivan, presented by Carter Subaru.
More like Choke Point. The new year brings a big new headache for the thousands of you commuting south on I-5 into Seattle. The latest phase of Revive I-5 is underway, and it won't be finished anytime soon. I've got you covered with traffic on the 3s every morning from 6 to 9 on Seattle's Morning News. Nate Connors has you covered every afternoon. We're always hunting for alternate routes, and we'll help you get where you need to be a little faster. On KIRO Newsradio 97.3 FM.
Well, I'm here with my good buddy, Dr. Dan Nelson from Eastside Pain and Regenerative Medicine, and you've heard from Dr. Dan's patients over the years how a simple stem cell procedure has successfully conquered their pain. Well, folks, now it's my turn. After years of dealing with knee pain from all the football abuse, I can say my knee pain now is almost 100% gone. How'd you do it, Dr. Dan?
Well, Brock, personally, I'm very happy that you did so well. And your story is like so many of our other patients who come in, former athletes and non-athletes as well, who have come in with chronic knee pain, and they are looking for alternatives besides knee replacement surgery. And we're happy to provide this service. It's been truly a game changer for so many folks. It's just been a pleasure to be part of this.
Consider Dr. Nelson, the only doctor with over 30 years of experience in pain medicine techniques, including stem cell therapy. I was in and out with a couple of follow-ups. It's a non-surgical solution to pain using your own stem cells. Consider stem cell therapy with Dr. Daniel Nelson, MD at 425-823-4000 or visit danielnelsonmd.com. That's danielnelsonmd.com.
Why choose a Sleep Number smart bed?
Can I make my site softer?
Can I make my site firmer?
Can we sleep cooler?
Sleep Number does that. Cools up to 8 times faster and lets you choose your ideal comfort on either side. Your Sleep Number setting. JD Power ranks Sleep Number #1 in customer satisfaction with mattresses purchased in-store and online. And now, the more you buy, the more you save on beds, bases, and more. Limited time. For JD Power 2025 award information, visit jdpower.com/awards. Check it out at a Sleep Number store or sleepnumber.com today.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm.
I'm Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group. Did you buy a timeshare because they told you it was a great investment? That's a lie. Most timeshares can be bought online for $1. To find out what your timeshare is worth and to cancel it, call us today and we'll send you our timeshare exit kit free with all your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley for your free exit info guide. 800-771-1300. That's 800-771-1300.
This winter, drive with confidence in a Subaru from Subaru of Puyallup. From rainy commutes to icy roads, Subaru's legendary all-wheel drive and advanced safety are built for our winters. Subaru of Puyallup is known for something even better, a stress-free car buying experience. No pressure, no games. Just friendly Subaru experts helping you find the right vehicle at the right price. Start shopping now and see our stress-free pricing exclusively at SubaruofPuyallup.com. Subaru of Puyallup, your stress-free dealership, part of the Harnish Auto family.
For almost 50 years, over 90,000 homeowners have trusted Home Comfort Alliance, including me, John Curley here. If comfort and energy savings matter to you, now is the time. Save up to $2,000 on a new Lennox heating and cooling system. Home Comfort Alliance will replace your system with one tailored to your home's layout and energy optimization. Visit HomeComfortAlliance.com to save up to $2,000 on a Lennox and schedule a free consultation. For heating, cooling, plumbing, or electrical, call the Comfort People. Home Comfort Alliance.
Welcome back to Winter Hack Radio, the place for clever hacks to survive the season. Icy driveway? Well, try spreading sand or birdseed to help with traction. Snowy puppy paws? Well, grab a whisk, brush it off, done. Catch COVID-19? Well, just get...
Actually, there's no hack for COVID-19. But if you test positive, prescription medications for COVID exist. Ask your doctor if they're right for you. Visit PfizerForAll.com to learn more. Sponsored by Pfizer.
The new year brings new health goals and wealth goals. Protecting your identity is an important step. Your info is in endless places that could expose you to identity theft, leading to lost funds. LifeLock monitors millions of data points per second. If your identity is stolen, our restoration specialists will fix it, guaranteed, or your money back. Resolve to make identity health and wealth part of your New Year's goals with LifeLock. Save up to 40% your first year with promo code NEWS. Visit LifeLock.com. Terms apply.
File your taxes for free with TurboTax on Intuit Credit Karma. File on your own in the Credit Karma app by February 28th. Valid for those who didn't file with TurboTax last year.
Your best source for local news. KIRO News Radio. KIRO FM and HD1. Tacoma, Seattle. Northwest News. This is CBS News on the Hour. Your home for original reporting.
I'm Jennifer Kuiper. The winter storm barreling across the country is a potentially life-threatening weather event. CBS's Cammie McCormick.
States are preparing for the worst.
Today, I've signed an executive order declaring a state of emergency inside the state of Maryland.
Detroit's mayor.
In response to the extreme cold conditions, the city has already declared a weather emergency.
In Shreveport, Louisiana, churches are taking folks in.
It's just a place for people to come to when the anxiety hits, when the power goes out.
And Texas.
We have blankets, we have pallets of food and water to make sure our neighbors have a safe place to go.
The storm will bring snow, sleet, and ice from Texas to New England.
More information has been released in connection with the attempted murder of a judge in Indiana. Our Jim Crisula with the latest.
Prosecutors are accusing members of a motorcycle club and a street gang of working together to kill an Indiana judge in hopes of disrupting a domestic abuse trial. 5 people are facing charges in connection with the shooting of Tippecanoe County Judge Stephen Meyer and his wife at their home in Lafayette, Indiana, last Sunday. They are both hospitalized.
A Chicago surgeon charged in the shooting deaths of his ex-wife and her husband in Columbus, Ohio, has been arraigned in Ohio. Michael McKee's attorney entered a plea on his behalf.
Your Honor, with respect to the allegations, we would acknowledge receipt, waive reading, enter not guilty pleas to all counts contained therein. We would also waive bond at this time, although we certainly reserve the right to raise that at a later date. The plea of not guilty form has been executed and signed on behalf of my client.
The bodies of Monique Tepe and her husband Spencer were found in their home on December 30th. President Trump, via video, welcomes a crowd at the annual March for Life in the nation's capital.
I want to thank every single one of you who was out on this winter day, a beautiful day, but it's winter nevertheless, to stand up for the unborn.
Vice President J.D. Vance addressed the crowd in person, announcing the Trump administration's expansion of the Mexico City policy that bars U.S. foreign aid from programs that subsidize abortion. Now it will also bar U.S. aid from programs that support DEI. The FBI has captured one of its most wanted fugitives, alleged drug kingpin Ryan Wedding. FBI Director Kash Patel.
He went from an Olympic snowboarder to the largest narco trafficker in modern times. He is a modern-day El Chapo. He is a modern-day Pablo Escobar.
Wedding is expected to appear in court next week. Wall Street drifted as Intel tumbled and gold's price rose to another record. The Dow today closed down 285 points. The Nasdaq jumped 65, and the S&P 500 rose 2 points. This is
Take control of your financial life. Follow and listen to Money Watch with Jill Schlesinger on the free Odyssey app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Well, today might be the best day to buy Hawks tickets. Details coming up, but first, your KIRO News Radio traffic brought to you by the Emerald Queen Casino. We've got a big crash over in Bellevue, northbound 405, just past the I-90 interchange. It's blocking 4 left lanes. That leaves just that far right lane open, and you're sitting in a bumper-to-bumper backup starting near Northeast 44th there by the VMAC in Renton. That's a 4-mile backup. Renton to Bellevue right now has a 15-minute delay, taking you a half hour. Also, our I-90 off-ramps to North 405 are all jammed up. Here in Seattle, it's taking you 25 minutes to make it through downtown Seattle. Got a pretty solid backup between the West Seattle Bridge across the Ship Canal. South 5 slows out of Northgate in the downtown. Linwood to Seattle, 20 minutes. Outside of that, we're looking at wide open commutes. Live professional boxing is back with the main event February 6th at the Emerald Queen Casino. The main event powered by WFC February 6th, only at Emerald Queen Casino, the entertainment capital of the Northwest.
KIRO News Radio, 97.3 FM, Northwest News. Now, the latest from KIRO News Radio and mynorthwest.com.
Good afternoon, I'm Nate Connors. Seahawks tickets have dropped by double-digit percentage points this week. James Kimmel is the CEO of Epic Seats, a ticket resale platform. He tells KIRO 7 TV that today's prices are likely to be the best deal.
We're seeing huge demand, tons of people asking, tons of people wanting to go. I think because there's such a strong interest locally, what we see a lot of the times is the day of, ticket prices can actually go up.
As of last check, the cheapest seats are going for more than $600, and the anticipation is building.
Oh, they're going all the way. Super Bowl, baby.
Seahawks are winning the Super Bowl. End of the story. We're winning it. Let's go.
You can let all your anxious, excited Blue Friday energy out at a fan rally this afternoon. There's going to be a boat parade starting at 2 o'clock at the Montlake Cut, cruising to Kenmore, then off to Juanita Bay, and then finally ending up at Lake Union Park at 8 p.m. Now, fans can join in on their own boat or cheer from shore and then join in on the fun with performances by the Seahawks Dancers and Blue Thunder. Seattle police want fans to have fun at the NFC Championship this Sunday, but they're warning 12s, if you drink, don't drive. SPD Detective Brian Pritchard says they're not interested in shutting the party down.
We know people are out there, people are celebrating, people want to have fun.
Their message is simple. Don't drink, don't get high, and then get behind the wheel.
If you're going to indulge in drinking, we ask that people do not drive.
There will be no emphasis patrol, but officers will be watching for signs of impairment. March 28th, a little more than 2 months away, that's when light rail across Lake Washington will commence. It's been a long haul since ST2, a.k.a. the Cross Lake Connection, was approved by voters in 2008. Snohomish County Executive and Sound Transit Chairman Dave Summers says this accomplishment cannot be overstated.
It's truly remarkable. In fact, this is the only light rail that we know of going over a floating bridge in the world.
The Cross Lake Connect will link South Bellevue with the Chinatown International District. And now your KIRO News Radio weather. The next few days starts with morning fog and then turning into plenty of afternoon sunshine, freezing overnight temps with lows right around 30 here in Seattle. Afternoon highs into the mid to upper 40s. It's sunny and 42 in downtown Seattle. I'm Nate Connors, KIRO News Radio.
Your best source for local news, serving Western Washington and the world with a KIRO News Radio app. Always streaming live on your smart speakers. You're listening to KIRO News Radio, Northwest News.
And now, it's time for the Jake and Spike Show on KIRO News Radio. With your hosts, Jake Skorheim and Spike O'Neill.
Welcome back to the show. 1 hour down, 2 hours to go. Spike, we are 50 hours.
You can do it.
50 hours away.
Good job.
50 hours and 23 minutes away from kickoff, NFC Championship. Sunday. All right, we have a lot of stuff we're going to get to in this segment. Every single one of these things annoys me. And there's audio on most all of them. So we're going to play them, and then we're going to be annoyed together. And that will lift our spirits.
Great.
Before we get to that, I just heard in the top of the hour news break there with Nate about, I think it was Dave Summers standing there at the announcement for the new Cross Lake link.
Mm-hmm.
5 years late.
Mm-hmm. 2 months early.
2 months ahead of schedule.
They're putting T-shirts out. So we can
5 years late. 5 years late, 2 months early.
Yeah.
Every time they do one of these now, because it's all late and it's all over budget, instead of acting proud, and I don't want to take anything away from the people building these things. Mm-hmm. All the construction people, top notch, great. All the employees who are hired by these people, great. Mm-hmm. Love them.
Yeah.
Good work. Okay? But the people who are managing these things, the city officials, the politicians who want to get out front and take a bow, sit down. Don't take a bow. The first thing you do should be, you know how they do those land acknowledgments? The first thing that every single time they do a new thing, new Sound Transit light rail opening over the next 45 years, they should start with an apology.
A ceremonial delay acknowledgement.
I'd like to acknowledge how slow this has been, the cost, not what we would have wanted. We're very sorry that we've sucked up so much of your money and your time, but it's here.
Yeah.
So we have to announce it.
Yeah, you've seen these land acknowledgements, right?
Land acknowledgments.
You've been at various performances where,
performance is a good word.
Well, when I go to see theater, and there's a theater we go to, and it's on, they make an acknowledgement before every performance, and it's in the program. So I understand the respect intended behind the tribute. I like this. You get on the platform, you say, we would like to acknowledge that this line is 5 years behind schedule and 200% over budget. Mm-hmm. That being said, we're here now, and we ask your forgiveness, and the first ride's on us.
Ride's on us. There's no ride on them. They have given us nothing. They have only taken. Do you know how much this is going to cost? At the current price of Sound Transit right now, the current cost of the light rail, do you know how much it's going to cost per person in Washington State by the time this thing is finished? Per person, how much will be?
Is it $17,000? Did I hear that number? Is that what it is?
That would be wrong.
Okay.
No, it's closer to $23,000 per person.
Okay.
Now
Even with the $60 million they found in the couch, does that lower? my particular commitment.
No, it doesn't, because that money was your money.
Oh,
They just
it's
stuck it in
not
the couch. $23,000 per person. We have 8 million people in this state.
Yeah.
You think 8 million people are going to ride that thing $23,000 worth of time? No. Absolutely not. It's not even designed to do that. Nope. Ridiculous. And back to things that annoy, your acknowledgement thing there a second ago.
Mm-hmm.
What's the general reaction when they do that from people in the crowd? Do they kind of go like this? They kind of go,
Yeah. If you really care, you give it back.
If you really care, you give it back.
Right?
Exactly.
Yep,
if you really care,
that's how I feel.
You give it back.
Yeah.
Like
It's hollow. It feels performative, ironically enough.
It's so performative.
Yeah.
That's what, when I see it done at schools, when I see it done on public property, I go, all right, give it back. I don't care. Just give it back.
There was a story maybe 3-4 months ago down in the Tacoma area where they actually did give it back. The county owned a property.
Sure.
You know, there was no viable use for the county property. It was cost prohibitive.
Once they deemed that it was useless, they gave it back.
Well, so yeah, we
perfect.
Perfect. But the tribe of that particular, it may have been the Puyallup tribe. I'm not. My memory ain't what it used to be.
Sure.
But they can now use this property, but they don't have to pay for it. It's financially viable for them.
Okay.
Now to use that, they can put it to use.
Every time they do one of these, I've been in the room when they do them.
Yeah.
Everybody has the same reaction. There's nobody who. It's not like a Pledge of Allegiance where everybody goes, "Oh, thank God they're saying this. This is nice." Everybody kind of goes, "Just give it back or quit doing this." I mean, if we're being real, which is what we try to be on this show.
And we're not being disrespectful to the tribes.
No, we're saying you should get it back.
Yeah, right.
If what they're saying is true, you should get it back. I'm fine with it.
Maybe the intent behind the acknowledgement is heartfelt and sincere.
It's not. No, the intent is because it's virtue signaling. That's what they're doing.
Yeah, it's guilt.
For what? The person who's running that show likely moved to the city within the last 3 years.
No. Well, the people who are saying this acknowledgement needs to be said feel a little guilty, maybe.
Well, then
it wasn't them.
Last time I was guilty about something and I confessed that guilt to somebody, I changed the behavior and I did something about it. So to just continually say it without any change of the behavior it feels like it doesn't make any sense.
It's like a serial bank robber apologizing.
Exactly.
And then continue to go to the street and rob the next bank. Yeah, I'm really sorry about this.
Which goes back to Sound Transit. Every time they make an exciting announcement, just start with an apology and take my money and leave, please. That's all I want you to do.
What else is grinding your gears
Here's
today?
what else is grinding my gears. Here's a new state law. Listen to this one. Here's a new state law that's being proposed. This would be a new bill to tax tires concerning this House Bill 2421 to tax tires concerning 6-PPD and regrettable 6-PPD substitutes in tires. Now, you might be asking yourself, what is 6-PPD if you're not spending all your time at a Les Schwab? Well, 6-PPD is a compound in tires which acts as a critical antioxidant and ozonant in tires, preventing rubber from cracking, degrading, and breaking down due to ozone and oxygen exposure.
Okay, so it's a preservative in tires.
It makes your tire safe.
Yeah.
Like you go look at like old tires, like super old vehicles.
Let's walk out the park lot, look at my car right now. I know exactly what you mean. Well, tires dry rot.
Well, they do dry rot, but I mean
years of decay.
I mean, like you go look at vehicles from like the 1950s.
A barn find. Yeah.
And you look at those tires, they're cracked.
Yeah.
And they're not. They're definitely not safe for the road.
No.
So this thing keeps tires safe to drive on the road.
But it's a toxin, obviously.
They're claiming
6-PPD.
It's
not a nutritious kind of an acronym.
No, you don't want to eat it.
It's very.
We don't recommend licking your tires.
Chemically based.
They're saying the chemical also could kill large numbers of fish when it makes its way into the water, which is true of every chemical.
Sure. Well, you throw a tire in a river, it's not good for the fish.
Yeah, don't throw tires in the river and don't burn tires if you can avoid it. So the legislation, if approved, the legislation would give tire manufacturers 9 years to find a suitable replacement for the compound. Where did I pull this audio from? There was a website here where I just read this from. I'm going to find out so I can credit them. It basically would give tire manufacturers 9 years to find a replacement, and after that, you're not allowed to have this chemical in your tire
anymore. Oh, okay.
Anymore.
All right, that's good.
Yeah, so you have like almost a decade.
Yeah.
Senator Mark Elias is sponsoring the bill, and they're saying that you need to have a replacement in 9 years. Now, the U.S. Tires Manufacturers Association is saying, well, just hold on, because we don't have any known replacement for this.
Mm-hmm.
And these are a vital part of what makes a tire usable. And you might ask yourself, okay, well, I'll just like buy a tire that this is not in, because there is a tax associated with this as well. They want to tax you $6 a tire.
Okay. Alrighty, I just put tires in my car.
Well, you're lucky.
And the additional fees.
Boy, it adds up, doesn't it?
It does for disposals.
Does it annoy you?
Yeah. Well, I was
well,
like,
that's perfect for this segment.
I was like, the sign out front when you quoted me the price on the tires. You know, I get that you got to put them on. That takes but there's a this fee and there's a that fee and there's a those fees.
Do you ever do the thing where they cut them? Sipping
or siping.
Sipping.
Yeah. I don't.
They always say, do you want to, it's like $25 a tire or something, but they say it stretches out the length of your tire.
I know the science behind it. I've had it explained to me when they were selling me this.
They do it to me every time. They say, well, and then they show me a tire and they bend it and they go, look, it's just.
It allows the tire more flexibility so that when it interacts with the roadway, it's not just abrasively rubbing against it, and it keeps wear down.
Sure.
Because the tire is more conforming to the road surface.
That's the claim.
Science seems pretty clear. I mean, he showed me the practicality of a siped tire.
It makes sense, but why aren't manufacturers just doing this already? Why are they letting the third-party sellers?
Good question.
Do it and make money off of it?
That's their taste.
That's their little bit.
That's their taste. Yeah.
So you let them wet the beak a little bit.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. When I sold cars, I'm going to take us far afield. When I sold cars, I went from the sales floor, showing and closing the customer, to the finance department, where you sell the aftermarket treatments, the rust coating, the rust proofing, the undercoating, the fabric sealant,
the overcoating,
the undercoating, the mid coating. I don't want those things. Well, we've already put them on the car, so that's the cost.
We could take them off. We could find another vehicle.
Scrape them clean, but that's that cost as well. So let's find a fair price for those. That's all just fluff and dust.
Is it really?
Oh yeah,
undercoating,
fluff. Now, for my friends in the auto industry, I apologize. No, I sold cars in a different era, man. That was a hide and seek.
I would say it depends on where you go.
Yeah. Well, these days it's a much more informed consumer base.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And they didn't have the internet back then.
That's what I'm saying.
You now could go anywhere. You go like, hey, you're going to get me
exactly
with that
scam?
Scam?
Yeah, exactly what cars cost.
All right, so $6 tax on these tires for the next 9 years if this thing passes.
It's for the fish, they'll tell you.
Of course.
It's for the fish.
Of course.
Come on, you like fish.
Listen, if it's for the fish, just give it back to the fish.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, I'll take my $6 a tire and I'll just go throw that in a stream. Call it even. How about that?
Perfect.
That way I know the fish are getting it.
Yeah.
If it's for the fish.
And then the money goes to where they're saying.
The fish.
But where is the money going? That's the thing. It's like, why are you taxing this? Currently, why are you taxing it?
Please don't tell me it goes to the CCA and it helps us mitigate the impact of tires and streams.
I'm sure it's all going to be environmental stuff. I'm sure
that's what it's environmental. These chemicals.
But they're taxing it because they want it. Are they taxing it so they discourage you from buying tires? Because everybody has to buy tires.
Yeah.
So what is the? It must be a tax to discourage you to buy it.
Well, isn't it encouraging the tire industry to find a replacement? Isn't that what this whole move is for? Is to get the tire companies?
Well, if they set up
companies got to replace 6 PPD.
If they set up the law that you have to replace it and it passes, then it becomes law. There's no need to tax the tire company for that and just penalize them. They're going to have to change regardless.
Yeah.
So then you have to ask yourself, well, then why are they taxing it? Because the tax is obviously going to be passed along to you or I.
That's where taxes go.
So why would they tax it?
I don't know.
It doesn't make any sense. It feels like they're almost just taxing it because they can. They had to come up with a bill, and they said, why don't we just do this 6 PPD thing?
A new thing you got to find new ways.
And then some genius said, oh, hey, guys, there's no tax on this. Why are we writing a bill if it doesn't take somebody's money? And they said, oh, you're right. Let's just take somebody's money, $6 per tire. I mean, last time I checked, that's $24. Unless you got a car like Steve Urkel drove, it's only got 3 tires.
3 tires on it. Yeah, I mean, you could save yourself $6 and buy a 3-wheeler. Yeah,
it's ridiculous. They're just trying to discourage the behavior, which is what taxes seem to be.
It's
trying to scare people away from doing things.
Yeah, I can see where this would annoy you.
It annoys me because I think it's stupid. It annoys me very much. Are we annoyed by it collectively, or do you like it?
$24 a round? No thanks.
No thanks. I'm already siping tires. What am I?
That's 2 coffees I could be.
That's right. That's a coffee and a half at a nice place. All right, here's another thing that annoys me. The Australian Open is happening right now.
Tennis annoys you?
No, not tennis.
Okay.
Reporters.
Pickleball annoys me,
but
tennis I'm okay with.
Does it?
Yes.
I've been watching a lot of pickleball videos lately, actually. Pickleball players are getting more athletic. It used to just be old people, but they're starting to.
We'd flirted with the idea of pickleballing with listeners.
We
last
still
year.
should.
We should.
I know.
I think it should.
We absolutely should.
Yeah. I'll play goalie.
This is at the
less running.
You're going to play what?
Goalie.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah. Good
I'll
luck.
get the front of the net. You get back
good
in
luck
the
getting
net.
behind. Good luck getting that past me. Good luck.
This is at the Australian Open. You have a reporter who they can't verify if he's reporting at the scene for The Athletic, but apparently he has worked for The Athletic in the past. His name's Owen Lewis. He's apparently a Canadian guy, but he's asking questions. This annoys me. You're talking to some of the world's greatest tennis players who happen to be from America, and he takes this opportunity in the middle of this tournament where they're just trying to focus on their sport and making sure that they are ready to play.
Sure, they spent a lifetime training preparing for these moments.
Yes. He's talking here to Taylor Fritz. He's the world number 9 men's tennis player, and he asked this question.
Hi, Taylor. Congrats on the win. I'm asking all the American players this, and there's a lot happening back home in the U.S., and kind of has been for a lot of the last year, and I'm just kind of wondering how you're feeling about all of it.
I'm not sure what we're, specifically talking about, but there is a lot going on in the U.S., and I don't know, I feel like whatever I say here is going to get put in a headline, and it's going to get taken out of context, so I'd really rather not do something that's going to cause a big distraction for me in the middle of the tournament.
Good for that guy.
No kidding.
Good for him for just saying, hey, don't be a creep. Let me focus
I'd
on
like to,
tennis.
Taylor, congratulations on the win. Take this moment to completely distract you from your career and your life's ambition, and get some gotcha line I can drop in there, and then the rest of the reporters will have more to talk to you about, asking why you hate the country that's giving you this opportunity.
To talk about stupid
Can I quote you on that?
politics. Isn't that dumb?
Yeah.
He didn't stop at this guy. He also said this is to Jessica Pegula. I might be butchering that last name. She's world number 6, female. She's a phenomenal player.
The U.S. is a year into the second Trump administration.
Same reporter.
Now, and a lot of people are suffering, and I'm wondering how you're feeling about things back home personally, and specifically what the mood is like in Florida.
Yeah, that's a tough question. I feel, I don't know. I don't like to kind of dabble too much into politics just because it's just not the space that I really want to say that much on. But I just hope that everybody can kind of at some point come together and work together as far as situations, or whether it's political or not political in our country. I feel like, we have a big country where there's a lot of media attention on us too. And that's tough because things
Again, she's there to play tennis. You're in beautiful Australia. It's gorgeous. Can you imagine sitting in front of these people and everybody else is asking actual questions, and you have to be the fly in the ointment?
You've had some tendon issues. Has it affected your backhand play? Do you find that these courts haven't been maintained or properly great?
It doesn't even have to be minutia like that. It could be something vaguely interesting. Like, who gives two flying cares in the world?
Who was the best Mad Max? Mel Gibson?
Anything
Tom
else.
Holland?
Literally anything else would be a better question.
Tom Hardy? Who'd you like as Max?
This is a world number 3. He asked us, her name is Amanda Anisimova. Her parents are Russian immigrants. They moved to the United States in 1998 to provide a better life for their children. She was then born in the U.S., and this is what he wants to ask her. She's world number 3. She's doing phenomenal.
I've been asking a lot of the American players just how it feels to play under the American flag right now.
Ugh. I'm going to keep going, but I almost can.
No, and I'm curious how you feel.
Yeah, I was born in America, so I'm always proud to represent my country. And yeah, a lot of us are doing really well, and it's great to see a lot of, great athletes on the women's side, on the men's side. So yeah, I feel like we're all doing a great job representing ourselves.
Sorry, do you mind if I follow up?
He's going to keep pushing. You didn't get the answer you want. You mind if I follow up on my stupid question with another stupid question?
Sure. Sorry, just to clarify a little, sort of in the context of the last year of everything that's been happening in the U.S., does that complicate that feeling at all?
I don't think that's relevant.
Good for her.
Yeah.
This guy should sit down. He wishes he could pick up a tennis racket and do anything athletic. He wishes he could.
I wouldn't let him be a ball boy.
He probably couldn't.
I wouldn't trust him.
He probably couldn't.
I'm glad this annoyed you because it's annoying.
It's annoying.
Trust your instincts.
Yes. Good.
Politics and sports. Every time we mix the two, somebody's unhappy, and how can it not distract these players from one of the most important moments of their lives, if not career? Right?
He was aiming for negative.
Sure, he wants a bite.
That's all he wanted.
Yeah.
He wanted
negativity. You say something bad
negativity.
about the president of your country? Can you say how unhappy you are about how the taxes of this administration, blah, 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 blah?
He never in a million years would have asked that question during Biden's administration. It would have been just as annoying if he asked it then, but he never in a million years would have done that.
Yeah.
because what's more important to him is politics than what he's there for, which is to cover sports. He's in the wrong line of journalism. I thought he was a sports journalist. That's ridiculous. All right, we got a lot more coming up. You don't want to miss it. Stick around. We'll be right back.
This hour is brought to you by Insulation Northwest.
We are finally just about set.
One win away from the Super Bowl.
Touchdown, Seahawks! A perfect pass by Darnold.
Here's Steve Rabel and Dave Wyman call the NFC Championship game.
These guys, they take it very seriously.
Seahawks, Rams, Sunday at Lumen Field. Kickoff at 3:30.
I really had a hard time hearing thanks to the 12s.
The road to the Super Bowl runs through Seattle and the home of the Seahawks. KIRO News Radio.
Doctors King and Kopstein from K2 Vision.
If you're over 50 and you've been diagnosed with a cataract, or your vision is changing as you're developing an early cataract, you could be a perfect candidate for K2 Vision RLE.
It's inevitable. At some point, typically in your 60s or 70s, you'll have a dysfunctional lens that eventually becomes a cataract. To restore your vision, you will someday need a procedure such as refractive lens exchange.
The question is, are you done with glasses? Do you want to spend your good, active years hassling with changing prescriptions and needing readers?
K2 Vision RLE can give you great vision now, permanently, and you'll never develop that cataract. The procedure is quick and painless, and our state-of-the-art custom lens technologies give highly predictable outcomes.
K2 Vision surgeons have performed nearly 100,000 procedures. We know when RLE is right for you.
Find out. Schedule a free Zoom consultation at k2visionrle.com.
K2 Vision RLE. No glasses, no contacts, no readers.
Be advised, this is your opportunity to save up to 40 to 80% on a hot tub or swim spa. This weekend only, today through Sunday. Linwood Event Center. Be advised, this is your opportunity to save up to 40 to 80% on a hot tub or swim spa. This weekend only, today through Sunday. Linwood Event Center. 18-month interest-free financing. Our factories have demanded we sell 1,000 hot tubs and swim spas this weekend. Linwood Event Center. Huge factory incentives, factory rebates, this weekend only. Linwood Event Center. We can remove your old hot tub. Free delivery of your new hot tub. Hot tub starting at $2,999. Linwood Event Center. Free delivery of your new hot tub. Just relax and enjoy. Linwood Event Center. Today, 2 p.m. to 8 p.m. Saturday, 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. Sunday, 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Free admission, free parking, free delivery. Linwood Event Center. Call 833-SPA-SALE or visit hottubandSwimSpaSale.com.
When you walked through your kitchen this morning, what'd you see? Did it make you happy? Hi, I'm Chad Cicchini, owner of Heritage Homecraft. Well, I want to make you happy. We'll custom build you all new cabinet doors and drawer fronts, and using our exclusive 1/4-inch solid wood refacing process, transform your existing cabinets into a beautiful new kitchen. Add a custom quartz countertop, change things up a bit, add some more cabinets, install some cool new features like soft close drawers and sliding shelves, whatever you like. We'll help you to create the new kitchen you'll be proud of. All in about a week, and all with way less mess, hassle, time, and expense than to tear out. Stop waiting. For 18 years, we've been honored to serve thousands of happy customers, and we'd love to serve you. Call today and I'll get one of our pros to come out and show you how easy and comfortable it'll be to get going on your new kitchen. Heritage Homecraft, 425-485-1600, 425-485-1600, or heritagehomecraft.com.
My name is Whitney Allen. I am a widow. My husband, Ryan, died. We never thought in a million years we'd have to use life insurance. The unexpected happened. With Ethos, it is so fast and easy. It's 100% online. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. No medical exams, and you can get up to $3 million worth of coverage through Ethos.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/now. That's ethos.com/now.
Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
This new year, get started on your next success with University of Maryland Global Campus. Apply now and save with no application fee. Classes start February 11th. An accredited state university, UMGC offers online and hybrid classes while giving you a head start on 2026. Earn up to 90 credits toward a bachelor's for prior learning and experience, or transfer up to 12 credits toward a master's. Learn more at umgc.edu. Certified to operate in Virginia by Chev.
Best Mortgage is proud to be the longest-running mortgage company on KIRO Radio.
For 34 years, they've been giving honest advice you can trust as your VA loan and reverse mortgage experts and debt consolidation specialists, too. Just web search Best Mortgage.
KIRO News Radio 97.3 FM Northwest News. Now, the latest from KIRO News Radio and mynorthwest.com.
Good afternoon. I'm Aaron Granillo. Feeling anxious on this Blue Friday, nerves building ahead of the Sunday Seahawks game. KIRO News Radio's Luke Ducey talked with a leading sports psychologist.
If you do have butterflies before the NFC Championship game, Dr. Daniel Wan from Murray State University says that's a good thing.
Because if you don't feel anxious about an upcoming sporting event, are you really even excited?
He also says in case the game doesn't go the Hawks' way,
the outcome is not all there is to being a sports fan.
However,
my money's on Seattle.
Luke Ducey, KIRO News Radio.
Well, voters here in Washington may get to decide on the initiative that would ban transgender athletes from competing in girls' sports. Secretary of State's office now says the initiative has enough signatures to reach the ballots. Brian Haywood with Let's Go Washington spearheaded that proposal and tells the Jason Ranch Show on Seattle Red what happens next is up to the legislature.
They can vote on it, they can ignore it, or they can try to do their own version of it and put that on the ballot. It's a short session, so I don't think they'll do their own version.
If they do not do anything, then voters will decide in November. Out of the closing bell reports, Amazon could lay off up to 14,000 people next week. This is according to a report from Reuters. CBS tech contributor Ian Schur says it's another sign the job market in the tech industry is softening.
It's not like suddenly things went off a cliff, but it's enough that all of the tech companies at some point have said, you know what, we overhired during the pandemic, even during the AI hype cycle in the beginning of it. And now they're deciding to cut jobs.
Not clear yet how many Washington workers would be affected. New report finds consumers are feeling slightly more optimistic about their financial situations. Your CBS's Jason Brooks.
The University of Michigan's Consumer Sentiment Index rose in January with broad-based gains. This survey says the gains were seen across all income, education level, age, and political groups. However, sentiment is still down 20% from a year ago due to inflation and weaker job market prospects.
On Wall Street, mixed results. The Dow lost 285. NASDAQ ahead 65. S&P up just 2 points. Let's go now to the real-time traffic desk with Nate Connors.
Thank you, Aaron. Home Comfort Alliance has this update. In Bellevue, we cleared that collision north 405 just past I-90. It had 4 lanes blocked for about a half hour. That earlier backup is pretty much cleared out. Just a little bit left through Factoria. Renton to Bellevue, we're down to 25 minutes. Westbound 90 remains packed, though, from 150th in the 405 exit lanes. North 5 through Seattle, scattered backups now from the Michigan Curve all the way across the Ship Canal Bridge. Plan on 25 to 30 minutes to clear this. South 5, we're slow coming out of Northgate in the downtown. Linwood to Seattle's a 25-minute commute. And we've got a new collision up in Linwood. It's a North 5 right there at the 405 interchange, blocking your HOV lane. You're backed up to 44th. Some drive times: Everett to Seattle, 35 minutes. Olympia to Tacoma, 35 minutes. And Issaquah to Seattle is a 20-minute commute. For nearly 50 years, 90,000 homeowners have trusted Home Comfort Alliance. Right now, save up to $2,000 on new heating and cooling systems. Call the Comfort People, homecomfortalliance.com. KIRO News Radio, real-time traffic. I'm Nate Connors.
Abundant sunshine on this Blue Friday. We'll see more sunshine through the weekend. Next chance for rain comes on Monday, just a slight chance. After that, though, another chance for rain on Wednesday. Right now, looking at 45 degrees in downtown Seattle. I'm Aaron Granillo, KIRO News Radio.
Your best source for local news. You're listening to KIRO News Radio, Northwest News.
All right, welcome back to the show. This is a really fun topic. It's not really, I guess it's kind of newsy. It is happening in the world, so it is a newsy topic, but It's more like death-defying, interesting. Ooh. There's nothing political about this. It's just fun. There's
we need this now.
Yes, 2 things that I want to talk about. One, Will Smith has a new TV series where he goes out and does kind of like crazy things, and he's having adventures.
Oh, the pole-to-pole thing.
Pole-to-pole.
Yeah.
There it is. And he had a near-death experience, he says. He was actually promoting this on Jimmy Fallon the other night, and he talked about this near-death experience. Let me play you a quick cut from this, and then we'll get into. I'm interested if you've had any near-death experiences.
Okay.
And any crazy adventures that you've done that have pushed the limit, that have gone too far. You guys can also text us 888-973. 5476. If you've had anything like this, we're very interested in it. And then there's another one. There's a live climb of one of the world's tallest buildings. Is going to be on Netflix later today. I guess it's in Taipei, so it'll be tomorrow for them. But it'll still be.
You mean like the people that climb skyscrapers?
It'll be the free solo guy.
Yeah,
Remember that guy?
Yeah,
What's his name? Alex.
Honnold.
Yes. He's going to be climbing this tower that's 1,677 feet.
It's one of the world's tallest.
One of the world's tallest, yeah. The Taipei 101
What's special
skyscraper.
about this particular?
He's doing it without any harnesses or anything. He's just free soloing. He's going to climb up the side.
And they're doing this. They're showing it live.
They're going to show it live on Netflix. It's like a
it's
like one of those fights that they do now.
Sure, yeah.
Where it's like a cool live event, except this guy's really. I mean, it's a death-defying event. He could fall.
There it is, death-defying.
And we're all going to be watching, going like, "Oh, what's going to happen?" But anyway, this was
I'm
Will.
rooting for Defy.
Yes, please defy death, please. All right, this is Will Smith talking about his near-death experience. It's kind of scary, but it's also, it's pretty funny.
So we did a dive under the ice.
So you have to go under the ice.
So you go under and you go under the ice, and the ice can be up to like 10 feet thick. So we're under, we went out about 40 yards away, and you have a tether on that goes back to
40 yards.
40 yards away. So it's like an upside down ice mountain range, right? So we went under, and I start hearing, abort dive, abort dive, abort.
This is real.
Abort dive. And I'm like, oh no, right? So I went to ascend and hit ice. So I'm under the ice.
This is my everyone's biggest fear. So you go, where's the help?
And I was like, oh no, Will, calm down. I had to grab, so you have a tether on, and you have to grab your tether and pull yourself back to the hole, right? I grabbed and accidentally pulled my mask off.
The oxygen. So
the
you got
oxygen. And I was like, and I put my mask back on my face, and I was like, oh no. And I was like, Will, calm down. And I was like, if I get out of here, I'm going to only do black stuff from here on out.
It's pretty funny. He's a funny guy. He's got a kind of a bizarre personal life, it seems, but he's famous and entertaining for a reason.
Guy. Yeah, he's magnetic. Magnetic is the word.
Super.
Charismatic.
Very charismatic.
So the show is he's going to all 10 continents, or all 7 continents.
Yeah, I guess. He just goes around and does crazy
It's 100 days. He's going to cover all 7 continents.
That'd be fun, wouldn't
and
it?
They filmed him doing this. He's got star power. And it's a show.
Even under the ice, he's a star.
He's a star, right? And the onus of the show is to show off the wonders of our planet and nature. And since you don't care about that, here's Will Smith to hopefully make you care about nature's not enough. Here's Will Smith.
Here's Will Smith.
And we almost lost him through his own idiocy, because at the moment of we needed to just be competent, you yanked off your own mask.
He almost killed himself.
Yeah.
Yes.
And luckily since you're Will Smith, they care too much, and it would cost too much if they kill you. So they go and they bring Will Smith in.
And they would have revived it, but luckily it didn't come to that.
Right. You or me. Sorry, we lost. What's his name? Yeah. Sorry.
Have you ever chased anything adventure-wise? There's people who do. Like, I could never go bungee jumping or skydiving. It scares me. I understand the rush. I understand why people do it.
Sure. I bungee jumped once in my life.
Did you?
I zip
Was
lined.
it amazing?
It got me. I got in trouble because I bungee jumped strapped to a Hooters girl. It was part of a radio promotion. I swear to God. So we talk about death defying.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, that's funny.
You talk about death defying.
Did your wife know about that?
That's when I almost died. Funny you should ask. That's when I almost died.
I mean, you're just flying down.
We were checking the gravitational effect on silicone. It was one of those things.
One of those things.
It was what you do for.
As
it was
one
a rock radio stunt.
In morning radio.
And I preface that. I should have prefaced that. I'm not an adventure seeker at all. I'm really not. I ziplined once, right? We were in Hawaii.
Sure.
The whole family was. The kids were doing
one of those canopy tours.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, those are cool.
But and the thrill was great. But I've never been a roller coaster guy. I've never been bungee jumps once was plenty. I get sick doing it. I get motion sickness. I'm a real wuss when it comes to that.
Sure.
So I don't chase adventure. I don't chase thrill-seeking,
You wouldn't swim under an ice cap.
Not for all the money in the world would I do with Will Smith. And they're probably paying him a pretty penny. But I think I've grown into this sensibility, because when I was young, I was dumb. If you looked up young and dumb in the dictionary, there's my picture.
Yeah.
Right there next to it. The stuff we did. We talked about this a little bit before the show. I once held on to the side, and it's not like the thing out of Back to the Future. I held on to the side of a moving pickup truck while standing on a skateboard.
Oh, like Marty.
Yeah, but
I
wasn't running from Biff. I was trying to meet my buddies 30 miles outside of town because they left without me to go jump off a railroad bridge into a river.
Oh, perfect.
That's how we had fun.
Yeah.
In the 70s.
Well, that's how kids
That's
used
what
to
kids
have fun.
do, which is in itself death-defying. That's a pretty stupid
Go
thing we
jump
were
in
doing.
the quarry.
Yes, that's pretty stupid stuff we were doing.
How far out of town?
About 30 miles.
You didn't stay on a skateboard for 30 miles.
About 3 miles, 5 miles.
3 miles?
Yeah, about that. Yeah, and the guy kind of, he didn't gun it like Biff did.
Did he know you were on it?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And he just said, "Listen, I'm gonna hang. Yeah, okay. Kill this dumb egg. Watch this kid." And I'm back there, no pads, no knee pads, no helmet, no nothing. I was 16 at the time, 15 at the time.
You think you're indestructible?
You
at that
do,
age.
yeah, exactly.
So you're just stupid.
Yeah, you do dumb stuff. I can't. Luckily, in my area, we didn't film stuff.
Yeah.
Because, these people that film stupidity now just to get clicks, I did stupidity for the sake of stupidity. We literally, a buddy of mine and I rolled down, I swear to you, I'm not lying, in a moving car, about 55, 50, 60, maybe mile an hour. We rolled down the back windows of the station wagon. My buddy was driving his dad's station wagon. We're coming home from a bar. We rolled down the windows and climbed out while driving, and we stood on the top of the car and car surfed.
So nobody was in the car?
No, there was a driver.
Oh, there was a driver.
Yeah, it was a driver. We got out and we car surfed.
What a dumb thing to do.
So stupid.
So stupid.
There may have been alcohol involved.
Well, yeah.
It's pretty,
kidding.
looking back.
As a parent now,
yeah.
Don't you look back and just go, my gosh, how is it possible that I could have been so dumb? And you're just praying. Please don't let any of these stupidity genes pass into my own kids.
That's why you count on your spouse. That's why you marry up. I know you did. I know I did.
Yeah.
Right? If my kids got any common sense, it didn't come from my side of the aisle.
You know what's interesting about that, though, is I developed this thing that I actually don't like about myself that I started saying to my kids all the time, and I have now corrected the behavior because during the pandemic, there was I don't know if it came from the pandemic or whatever it was, but I feel like sometime in the last 6 years, I adopted hey, all right, be safe, like a be safe thing.
Sure.
I don't know when that came about.
Yeah, well, we do it. I've done it.
But I would say it to my kids all the time. They'd be heading out to go do something. All right, be safe. It's really just don't be an idiot and don't hurt yourself. And then I was reading this article the other day about how risk-seeking behavior, not dangerous per se, like not putting your life at risk, but certain behaviors as kids where you're pushing the limits.
Yeah, jump off the top of this. Climb up the climber set.
Unfortunately, just like 2 levels below what you described.
Yeah.
Not necessarily hanging onto the back of a car.
Right.
But there are activities where you are pushing the boundary.
Yeah.
And how you can actually see there is a direct correlation between kids who do that when they're young and lower rates of anxiety and all that stuff when they get older.
Really?
Because they find that these kids who push the boundaries are a little more comfortable with their environments that they find themselves in because they feel like I know where those limits are and I've tested those limits.
They've built up self-confidence.
They've built the self-confidence.
I jumped off the jungle gym.
But they've also stepped a little over the line and they realize where that is and they don't have to be scared of what's on the other side. They just know to keep on this side
I
of
like
it.
this. Oh, yeah, okay.
And so I stopped saying be safe and now I just say be smart.
There you go. Okay.
So I said when the kids are heading outside, I go, hey, be smart. Be smart.
That one. That's a good one. Write that down.
Which is nicer than, don't be an idiot.
Right.
Which is what
that's what I got.
Previous generations said to us.
Yep.
Don't be an idiot. Yep. Which is the theme of this show. Don't be an idiot. Speaking of idiots, that Netflix climb is today. I hope he does well. They said they're going to be on a 10-second delay in case he falls.
Oh, okay. Well,
they say if the
apparently I'm not rooting for Defy. I'm rooting for death. I was sad to hear there was a delay.
I don't want a delay.
I don't. You're right.
I want to.
Oh, that was an honest reaction.
10-second fall. A 10-second delay. Yeah, not fall. Hopefully not fall. Yeah, I hope he does. Yeah, sure-footed and dry hands.
Yeah,
whatever it is. All right, we got a lot more coming up. Stick around.
The Closing Bell is brought to you by Trajan Wealth Management.
Choke Points with Chris Sullivan, presented by Carter Subaru.
More like Choke Point. The new year brings a big new headache for the thousands of you commuting south on I-5 into Seattle. The latest phase of Revive I-5 is underway, and it won't be finished anytime soon. I've got you covered with traffic on the 3s every morning from 6 to 9 on Seattle's Morning News. Nate Connors has you covered every afternoon. We're always hunting for alternate routes, and we'll help you get where you need to be a little faster. On KIRO News Radio 97.3 FM.
This is a test of your emergency alert system.
The first few steps that I took in the morning were pretty painful.
This is Carlos.
I mean, I had been told by multiple orthopedic surgeons that there was no alternative for me.
That wasn't what he wanted to hear. You see, Carlos is an active guy.
I played basketball, and for 3 to 4 days after, my knees would just be so swollen. And now I can play basketball, and there is no swelling. There is no pain in the knees.
No swelling, no pain, because Carlos went to see Dr. Mark Wagner, MD, at Seattle Sports and Regenerative Medicine for stem cell therapy.
I'm just happy to be able to be out there. And then knowing that tomorrow I am not going to suffer for this.
What do you say to your friends and family who are in pain?
I say, I had horrible knee pain and stem cells really worked for me. You might want to go to Dr. Wagner, just get a consultation before you have surgery.
Consider stem cell therapy with Dr. Mark Wagner, MD, at Seattle Sports and Regenerative Medicine. Schedule your consultation at drmarkwagnermd.com.
When your check engine light comes on, do you see a repair bill or do you see peace of mind? For 20 years, CarShield's been the name America trusts to help keep you on the road. While other companies stop covering you when your car gets older, CarShield offers protection plans up to 200,000 miles. With over $1 billion in claims paid, we don't just promise protection, we deliver it. Don't let a breakdown break your budget. Get the flexible month-to-month coverage you deserve. Go to carshield.com. That's carshield.com today.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm.
I'm Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group. Did you buy a timeshare because they told you it was a great investment? That's a lie. Most timeshares can be bought online for $1. To find out what your timeshare is worth and to cancel it, call us today and we'll send you our timeshare exit kit free with all your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley for your free exit info guide. 800-897-4400. That's 800-897-4400.
Breast cancer is a tough battle for anyone to fight. But when you can't work, care for your kids, or even put food on the table, that diagnosis can be devastating. I'm Dr. Suzette Miranda, a plastic surgeon who is proud to support Northwest Hope and Healing. Our mission is to provide a lifeline for breast and gynecologic cancer patients. We cover essentials like food, utilities, and childcare, so patients can focus on healing. For more than 25 years, Northwest Hope and Healing has distributed over $3 million to thousands of local cancer patients, and you can help make a difference in our community. Join us on Saturday, January 31st, for Cork, Fork, and Support, an afternoon of fine wine, gourmet cuisine, and inspiration at Mary Hill Winery in the heart of Woodinville wine country. Get your tickets now for Cork, Fork, and Support on January 31st. Go to nwhopeandhealing.org to learn more. That's nwhopeandhealing.org.
Guys, if your energy is low, your strength isn't what it used to be, or your drive feels off, it's not just getting older. For many men, it's low testosterone. At Revive Men's Health Washington, you can start with a free T-check, exam, and consultation, so you get real answers about your testosterone levels and overall health. And this month only, qualified patients may receive 25% off testosterone replacement therapy. This isn't guesswork or one-size-fits-all treatment. Revive specializes in personalized, closely monitored testosterone care designed to help men feel stronger, sharper, and more like themselves again. With over 120,000 patients treated since 2011, Revive Men's Health is trusted for results, not hype. If you've been putting this off, now is the time to act. Claim your free T-check and consultation and see if you qualify for 25% off TRT. This month only. Call 206-529-1111. That's 206-529-1111. Or visit ReviveMen'sHealth.com. Terms apply, must medically qualify.
Now is your time to get into a new D.R. Horton home by taking advantage of its National Red Tag Sales event going on right now through January 25th. Stop by any of its participating communities and find select Red Tag homes at incredible pricing. So whether you're buying your first home or looking for an upgrade, you don't want to miss the Red Tag Sales event going on right now. Discover the D.R. Horton difference. Visit drhorton.com. D.R. Horton, America's builder and equal housing opportunity builder.
Your old furnace ain't nice, and your toes are like ice.
DayandNight.net.
Day and Night gives you a free furnace or water heater with installation of an AC or heat pump.
If you're not sure your furnace will make it through another winter, call us to install a proper, long-lasting, efficient heating system backed by our lifetime workmanship guarantee, so you won't be left out in the cold.
Install an AC or heat pump and get a free furnace or water heater from Day and Night Plumbing, Heating, Cooling, and Electric.
DayandNight.net.
Start the new year taking active liver supplements from New Nordic. Online at Amazon or NewNordicUSA.com or at CVS, ShopRite, Meijer Grocery, or Wegmans.
Your windows and doors play a huge role in your home's efficiency and comfort. Choose Lake Washington Windows and Doors for windows that are up to 25% more energy efficient than Energy Star standards and reduce noise by up to 50%. Visit LakeWashingtonWindows.com today.
All right, welcome back to the show. We have a fun new segment. I realize you and I both love birds.
I didn't know it. I didn't realize it.
It's just one of those.
I guess I kind of knew it. Just didn't.
You know what? Instinctively, when you hear a bird, you go, "Oh, that's nice." Yeah. And we were talking yesterday about the lovely sound of the winter wren, which actually, because of the hertz that the
frequency of its
call, of its song, it actually releases happy endorphins in your body. It actually makes you feel, which is why when you're sitting out there quietly listening to nature and you hear a bird, it's just a nice feeling.
It's not just the solitude, the fresh air. Those are all great. They help.
There's a science behind it.
Yeah.
We found out somebody else who's very famous, loves birds maybe as much as we do. In fact, so much he's going to host a new show called Get Birding, and his name is Sean Bean. Ned Stark.
The actor.
Yes. From Game of Thrones.
Yes.
This is him talking about.
He's got a new Robin Hood series. I think it's one of the.
Oh, is he really?
Yeah.
Okay.
He plays the sheriff of Nottingham.
He was also in GoldenEye. I mean, the
fantastic.
guy's. He's actually he's famous for dying on screen. Do you know that about him?
Really? No.
He's like you go watch any Sean Bean movie. Like look up the Sean Bean dying on screen. He just dies every time he's on screen.
No, because I tell you where he lived. He got fired. Didn't die.
Where?
Martian.
You're right.
He plays the official in charge of the health of the crew. He wants to tell them they left Matt Damon behind.
You're right.
And they don't want
He's
him
like
to.
the mission commander or something.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. It would have been awful
He got fired.
if they beheaded him like they did in Game of Thrones.
Out front of NASA, there's
the future
there's his
is
head
a
on a
dark
spike.
place.
Right?
Do not leave somebody on Mars. All right, so this is Sean Bean talking about his new series, Get Birding. And then after we play this, I'm going to play you a couple more bird sounds.
That'd be great.
And I'm going to see if you can name them.
Okay.
And if you can't, I couldn't have named these either. Maybe one, maybe two. But we'll play them in just a minute. Here we go. Here's Sean Bean.
Welcome to Get Birding. I'm Sean Bean. No, I must have been very young, so it must have started early, this fascination with birds. We lived on an housing estate and just not far in the field, just over the road where we used to live. You used to just lay down, in a field, and you see skylarks, and you could hear them for ages and ages, just twittering and going round. And by that time, I got all my binoculars and my notebooks and stuff like that, There's just a certain attraction. I don't know what it is. It really settles your mind and it really focuses you because everything else floats away, all your troubles, worries, You're just totally focused on something, on nature, which is very grounding.
Boy.
I guess it helped in my career as well, I suppose.
That's nice. But the way he's so focused doesn't really put me at ease.
I know.
His accent.
I know. In our business.
I'm like, what? What did he say?
Should we beep that?
He's saying he's focused.
All right, here's a couple of birds I want to throw your way. I'm going to play that. I won't throw them at you. I'll play these for you.
Sure.
All right, here's the first one. See if you can get this. This is a very common bird. You probably have seen this bird 100 times this year.
Oh.
Okay?
Okay.
All right, just as a hint. You guys can play along on the text line, 888-973-5476. Name this bird. Any guesses?
Is that an owl?
No, I'll give it to you one more time.
I don't know.
That is a mourning dove.
Oh, no kidding.
It's a mourning dove. Cousin of the pigeon.
I didn't know that either.
I don't know.
The pigeon's got a classier relative.
I think isn't a pigeon and a dove related?
Maybe a pigeon's just a dove that went to school, got a good education, had some opportunities.
No, a dove
breaks.
is a pigeon that went to school. Yes, doves and pigeons are very closely related. They look exactly alike.
Well, one looks dirtier.
One of them is basically a street rat, but
right,
the other one
with wings.
is beautiful.
Yes.
And usually heralds the coming of the Lord.
Oh, that's
a dove.
That's lovely.
You release doves.
The cooing of a dove. That's
right.
Yeah,
people get married, they release
that.
doves. Nobody releases pigeons when they get married.
I'm in a good street wedding in New York.
All right, here's another one. I'd never heard of this bird, but he's a friendly little fella.
Hello. Okay.
Let me play you the audio and see what you think.
What? That's wild.
Yeah, isn't that wild? All right, I'll play it for you again.
Is it a woodpecker?
Okay, so this is the street name of this is an Awebo. I think it's based on because it sounds like he's saying Awebo, but it's it's a willow ptarmigan.
Never heard of that, but that's an interesting sound. It's not quite as soothing as the
No, it's
winter
not.
wren.
Like if you're sitting out there, you just imagine you're out
You're
there
lying in a
early
field
morning.
with Sean Bean. The breeze is blowing, the grass is rustling, and
Look
what do you hear? I'm thinking, what the hell?
Like, wait a minute,
I'm looking
what?
for small alien creatures trying to carry me away like Gulliver. That's just annoying.
All right, here's the last one.
Is there a season to hunt those?
You just stomp on them. They just walk along the ground.
Wow.
Super annoying.
That's why they
bird.
make that noise so you don't step on it. It's a self-defense mechanism.
All right, here's the last one.
That's a bug.
No, that's a bird.
A bird?
It's a beautiful bird.
I know this one.
Well, Andrew knows this one.
Andrew knows. What is it?
I'll tap out.
Oh, you want me to say what it is?
Yeah. What is it?
Or do you want other people to guess?
No, I want you to tell me.
I don't know it.
American woodcock.
That's
is what
it.
that is.
That's a woodcock.
Woodcock.
Bing, 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 bing.
Nice.
Yeah, isn't that beautiful? Beautiful bird.
Are
All
they
right.
flightless?
Andrew loves birds. Everybody loves birds.
Who doesn't?
Oh, you don't love birds.
I said who
That's-
doesn't.
Oh,
who
who
doesn't?
doesn't?
That's
Now,
right.
look,
Who
you knew
doesn't?
what a woodcock was.
All right, we got Friday favorites coming up next. Stick around. Be right back.
Hi, I'm Charlie Hart.
And I'm Amanda Factor.
After the big game, what's next for the Hawks?
We'll have all the highlights.
Ready to talk taxes?
No, but I suppose we must.
CBS business analyst Jill Schlesinger joins us with a ton of changes that could affect you.
And we check in with the King County Prosecutor's Office for Crime and Punishment.
Sully has traffic every 10 minutes.
Hope you can join us Monday 5 to 9 on Seattle's Morning News.
On KIRO News Radio, 97.3 FM. Subscribe to the KIRO News Radio YouTube channel and watch live.
Veterans, the new year's a good time to re-examine finances. If you're struggling with bills, VA loan expert Steve Teitler of Best Mortgage says he may have a solution.
Many veterans are sitting on a lot of home equity, and even with a low mortgage rate, your total monthly payments may be a struggle. The good news is with today's lower VA loan rates, you can do a VA cash-out refinance and pay off your high-interest rate debt and roll everything into one low monthly payment. For example, one VA client saved more than $1,200 per month. And remember, with a VA loan, you can buy a home with no money down.
And you always talk to a real person, not an AI robot.
That's right. Whether you're a veteran or seeking a conventional loan, you'll talk directly to me or an experienced senior advisor, never an AI bot.
Honest advice you can trust. From Best Mortgage, the VA loan experts. 425-649-6000. Best Mortgage. 425-649-6000.
This message comes from Viking, committed to exploring the world in comfort. Journey through the heart of Europe on an elegant Viking longship with thoughtful service, destination-focused dining, and cultural enrichment on board and on shore. With small ships that bring travelers closer to the destination, there's more time to explore, and every Viking voyage is all-inclusive, with no children and no casinos. Discover more at Viking.com.
When winter weather hits and the power goes out, will your family still have heat, light, and communication? The Grid Doctor 3300 solar generator from My Patriot Supply gives you serious off-grid power. It'll run heaters, refrigerators, medical devices, and more without gas or noise. Right now, you can double your power for free with a free expansion battery when you order the Grid Doctor 3300. Go to MyPatriotSupply.com and get your Grid Doctor 3300 today. That's MyPatriotSupply.com.
Welcome to guided meditation. Close your eyes. You're at the beach. The seagulls are calling. You take out your iPhone 16e you got from Cricket and use Apple Intelligence to clean up that selfie you just took. It's a good one. You send it to your friends instantly thanks to reliable nationwide 5G. They're totally jealous. Get iPhone 16e for $49.99 when you switch. Smile, you're on Cricket.
Requires new line on the Supreme Unlimited plan. For service charge and tax due at sale. $25 activation fee. Terms and restrictions apply. Cricket 5G is not available everywhere. See store for details.
Tired of hearing scary radio ads about the IRS? Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000 or $500,000, we have a solution. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS with zero risk to you. We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with a BBB. End your tax nightmare today by visiting TRA.com or call 800-583-6681. That's 800-583-6681.
Hi, I'm Justin Shirley. We offer 0 down, 0 interest, and 0 payments for 24 months on new roofs. Call 866-ROOF-ROOF now. State Roofing and Exteriors, held to a higher standard since 1968.
Your best source for local news. KIRO News Radio. KIRO FM and HD1. Tacoma, Seattle. Northwest News.
This is CBS News on the Hour, sponsored by Duke's Mayo.
I'm Jennifer Kuiper. Travelers are already gearing up for a rash of flight cancellations ahead of that massive winter storm about to slam into nearly half of the nation. CBS's Allison Keyes reports.
Travelers who have already rebooked flights ahead of the winter storm are sitting pretty, and some had a little help from the airlines.
They send a message, almost 2 days before our flight that they were canceling.
Some airlines, including American, are moving planes and personnel around to be prepared for the storm's aftermath, and Delta is sending experts from its hubs to help with de-icing and baggage support in southern airports.
Peace talks get underway in the United Arab Emirates in an effort to end Russia's war in Ukraine. CBS's Erica Brown reports from Washington, D.C.
Representatives from Ukraine, Russia, and the U.S. met in Abu Dhabi Friday, according to U.S. officials, for the first three-way negotiations to end the war in Ukraine. The joint talks are seen as a sign of progress, but control of territory is a big sticking point.
President Trump and Vice President Vance have addressed the annual March for Life in Washington, D.C. CBS's Linda Kenyon has the latest from the White House.
Hello to everyone at the March for Life.
In a videotaped message, President Trump said his administration has made great strides.
We have stopped forced taxpayer funding of abortion at home and abroad.
Vice President Vance made an announcement from the stage.
Our administration is proud to announce a historic expansion of the Mexico City policy.
The Mexico City policy bars foreign aid from programs that subsidize abortion. The expansion will bar aid for supporting DEI programs. Linda Kenyon, CBS News, the White House.
Organizers say dozens of faith leaders were arrested today while protesting at the Minneapolis-St. Paul airport as part of an effort to call for an end to ICE arrests in the area. The Columbia Heights Public School District said ICE agents used a boy as bait to lure his father into custody before detaining them both this week. Marcos Charles of ICE says that's not how it went down.
When officers approached Conejo Arias, he and his child were in a vehicle. Arias fled from law enforcement on foot, abandoning his child in the middle of winter in a vehicle.
Charles says his officers took care of the child. Meantime, thousands of people have marched through downtown Minneapolis, and a rally is scheduled to take place inside the Target Center arena. On Wall Street, the S&P 500 closed barely changed today and notched a second straight week with a modest loss. The Dow dipped 0.6%. The Nasdaq rose 0.3%. The majority of U.S. stocks fell, including Intel. Gold rose to another record. This is CBS News.
Welcome to Duke's Mayo Country, where the mayo is so smooth and creamy, it makes every bite better. Duke's Mayo. Look for the yellow lid.
We hear from Coach Mike McDonald ahead of the NFC Championship game. That's after Nate Connors at the real-time traffic desk.
All right, Aaron, let's update you with our collision up in Linwood first. North 5, right at the 405 interchange. It's blocking the HOV lane, and your bumper-to-bumper backup starts at State Route 104 there in Mountain Lake Terrace. Seattle to Linwood is going to take you a half hour. Here in Seattle, North 5, we're looking at scattered backups approaching the West Seattle Bridge across the Ship Canal Bridge. You've got a nice clear patch between Yesler and Mercer. Plan on about 25 minutes to make it through downtown Seattle. Now, South 5, we're slow from Northgate in the downtown. Linwood to Seattle, 20 minutes. We've had some bad juju in Bellevue throughout the day at the 405 I-90 interchange. As soon as we clear one crash, another one keeps popping up. And right now, South 405 approaching I-90. We've got a collision blocking the right lane. And North 405 at I-90, a collision involving a school bus is on your right shoulder. So traffic jams up briefly through Factoria in both directions. And both directions of 405 are filling in along South Center. This report brought to you by the Seahawks mobile app. Download the app today to keep up with the action all season long. KIRO News Radio, real-time traffic. I'm Nate Connors.
KIRO News Radio 97.3 FM Northwest News. Now, the latest from KIRO News Radio and mynorthwest.com.
Good afternoon, I'm Aaron Granillo. The Seahawks are getting healthier ahead of Sunday's NFC Championship game. Quarterback Sam Darnold is now off the injury report. So is offensive lineman Charles Cross. Head coach Mike McDonald just addressed the media.
This is why we do what we do. It's for weeks like this, for our community, for our city, for the 12s, for our guys.
If you're still searching for seats at the game, KIRO 7 TV's Dee Sun says the resale market for tickets is actually dropping today.
The get-in price is now $672, which is down another 4%. Yeah, it's still pretty steep, but a spot in the Hawks Nest is now 12% cheaper than yesterday. That is $787. Club seats on the 50-yard line have only dropped by a few dollars, still over $2,500.
Should be perfect weather for the game. Low 40s, mostly sunny on Sunday. You can always listen to the action here on KIRO News Radio. Kickoff is at 3:30. Washington's blood supply is running dangerously low. Christine Goodwillie with the Red Cross says historic storms and flooding last month canceled many blood drives and donations still have not rebounded.
We are asking the public to come and donate blood because we don't want hospitals to be in this situation where they're having to decide who gets care.
If you donate between now and Sunday, you can also be entered for a chance to win a trip to the Super Bowl. We now know when you will be able to cross Lake Washington via light rail. It'll be March 28th. KIRO News Radio's James Lynch reports.
Elected officials from all over King and Snohomish counties came together to make what they call a monumental announcement. Approved in 2008, ST2, the Cross Lake Connection, nearly 2 decades in the making, will soon be a reality. King County Executive Gurmai Zahalai.
Two Line will serve 26 stations and more than 35 miles while knitting together 5 King County cities and 2 Snohomish County cities.
The Cross Lake Connection will run between South Bellevue and the Chinatown International District. James Lynch, KIRO News Radio.
Now to your forecast. This is now 11 straight days without rain in Seattle. We are approaching near record territory now. Going to stay dry through the weekend. Again, all sunshine for Seahawks Sunday. Right now, 46 degrees in downtown Seattle. I'm Aaron Granillo, KIRO News Radio.
Your best source for local news, serving Western Washington and the world with a KIRO News Radio app. Always streaming live on your smart speakers. You're listening to KIRO News Radio, Northwest News.
And now, it's time for the Jake and Spike Show on KIRO News Radio. With your hosts, Jake Skorheim and Spike O'Neill.
Welcome back to the show. 2 hours down, one fantastic hour to go. This is really fun. This segment, we get to talk about our Friday favorites, things we look back on the week that we just loved. And you guys have suggested things. People text us in all the time. I got a lot of text about what my choice is, which I'm going to play in a few minutes.
Okay.
And it's one of my favorite stories, not just this week, but so far this year. As far as audio goes, it's some of my favorite audio of the year, by far. Should we start off with Laura, though? Laura, do you have yours ready? Do you know which one you want? Or your Friday favorite story was? Does it have audio?
Does it have audio? This one for sure.
Snitches get stitches.
Yes.
This story.
I love this story.
Yeah. And I mean, it kind of went viral on Facebook, Charlie's commentary on it. I don't think I've ever seen more texts on a story with people giving their opinions.
Oh, interesting.
Was the school right to do this? Were the kids right to protect one of their own? Was the kid wrong to make everyone take the fall for him?
And the background of the story is at Tahoma High School, they were at a basketball game.
Yes.
I think this was just last weekend. Yep. And one of the students in the cheering section screamed a profanity at one of the referees. The referee stopped the game, asked who did it.
The school administrator came over and asked the student body who said that.
Who did it, and nobody would volunteer it. And the administrator said, hey, there's going to be consequences if you guys don't tell me who did it, and nobody would fess up, which I think a lot of people also kind of understand why nobody jumped in to say, hey, it was this person. So he kicks out all the students, whether they said, I mean, only one person said it. So there was a lot of people who didn't really do anything other than not give up the person, and they all got kicked out. The context to the story was so that Charlie was telling us this has been a problem that they have dealt with over the past few weeks, and they had been warned if this behavior continues, there's going to be consequences. Do you think they were right in kicking everyone out, the principal?
I do. I think they were right. I think if you're gonna rally around the offender and be a unit, that you all rise together, you fall together.
Sure.
You know, and there's an issue where kids just don't have accountability anymore. And that was the onus of Charlie's piece, is we let these kids get away with everything these days, and you got to at some point have consequences for your actions.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the student body, because I'm all for ratting the kid out. You know, but you can't say it was Tim. You can't stand up and point at somebody in that crowd. There's so much blowback for doing that.
It's kind of impossible.
It's kind of impossible
as a student. I mean, I don't want to say it's weird, because in this situation, it almost feels like they're both right. The true villain here is the kid who cursed.
Yeah,
and he should have stood up. I assume it's a he. It doesn't seem like a female thing to do, but I assume it's a he. He should have stood up and admitted to his mistake.
Yeah.
And gotten kicked out, but instead he let everybody take the fall for him.
Yes, exactly.
Which the students all know. Like, you know who did it.
Right.
The students know who did it.
Somebody did, and by Tuesday, everybody did.
There was a radius of 6 people in all directions around that kid. They know who did it.
And usually it's the same chucklehead at every school.
Yes.
You know,
and I imagine the principal probably has an idea who did it as well.
Yeah.
I think the principal made the right decision to kick all the students out.
Mm-hmm.
And I also think that the students made a very I understand why they didn't rat the student out. I can't bring myself to go as far as to say that they made the right decision not to rat him out.
But you understand it.
But I couldn't have done that when I was 16.
No.
Stand up and point at somebody and say, that was the guy, there's your guy. Because it's going to make you into a pariah. That's a very difficult thing to be willing to do to yourself in high school.
I mentioned when we first did the story, I'd have started a fess up chant and get the whole student body saying "fess up," and because that kid who did it.
But even if you started to fess up, you'd probably do it under your breath. You go, "Hey, turn yourself in." Who's that chucklehead over there?
What do you think of the parents who rallied to defend their kids who were innocent?
Oh.
And they were outraged at the school for sending everybody home.
That was the craziest part of the story to me. I think that speaks to a problem with helicopter parenting these days.
Excusing.
Don't you think?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
I mean, parents were outraged on social media, which is kind of the root of the whole problem. Everyone's become so emboldened.
Stupid social
media. So you're keyboard strong.
By the way, get the KIRO app. It's really good.
But if this had been an issue, it's clearly, and they'd been warned, the student body had been warned.
Yeah.
It's a culture issue at the school.
Sure.
So it would make sense to kick everybody out and not, really hesitate to do that.
Yeah. And the parents are ridiculous for
My poor
this.
child didn't do anything wrong. How come they had to miss the basketball game and get kicked out?
I actually think as a parent,
It's a basketball game. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, I think as a parent, you would probably, I'm just putting myself in, I mean, you have already, parented children who are beyond high school.
Yeah,
So you have to
I
look
went
back
through
on
it
this.
twice.
For me, it's a few years out before, my oldest will be in high school, but I'm imagining a situation in which he's sitting in, I could never imagine a situation, God forbid, he ever was the one who cursed at a referee.
Yeah, dropped an F-bomb on a ref.
Let's just imagine he was in the vicinity of somebody who did, and he knew who it was. I wouldn't have any problem with the school kicking my son and everybody else out of the crowd, because I would understand that you've got to have some punishment. Kids need guardrails, otherwise they're going to hurt themselves.
Right.
And I think, it kind of worked out as it should. Everybody has to go home. Boo on you.
Yeah.
Somebody cursed and spoiled it. And sometimes that's also a lot of really good pressure. I think maybe you brought it up or Charlie, but everybody who's around them knows this kid will probably likely be persona non grata. If
he's the reason none of them go watch the game. They all know it.
Unless there is some weird thing where maybe he's like a folk hero now. Is it possible where maybe he's like somebody goes, "Oh, that's so cool that you said the F word."
Yeah.
I don't know, these kids.
You want to do yours or mine?
Go for it.
My top favorite clip of the week was, Gloria, you have this, right? It is now the fifth loudest moment in NFL history.
Is it really?
Yes.
Pinheiro tees it up, looks downfield, strides forward, and we're off and running, end over end. Shaheed at his own 5, across the 10, 15, 20, cuts straight upfield, has a gap, across the 40, midfield 50, trying to trip him, don't get him, flag is down, Shaheed to the end zone. Holy catfish! Open the game with a 95-yard touchdown, Seahawks.
So phenomenal.
Isn't that great? Just 6 days ago.
The anticipation heading into that game was so high. I mean, it was palpable. You could just feel,
right?
You just want them to do so well. You want them to be dominant.
Yeah.
You just want them to not screw it up.
It's the Niners. You hate the Niners.
And to start with a punt return like
Or
that,
kick return, opening kick.
return like
It was
that.
a minute and 42 seconds from Doug Baldwin raising the 12th man flag to us having enough points to already win the game 13 seconds in. That is the 5th loudest moment in NFL history.
About that. Seahawks won the game 13 seconds
in. They were yep.
Because they never scored more than they scored 2 kicks.
That's right.
Never a touchdown.
9 points in the last 9 points in the last 2 weeks. The Seahawks defense has let up 9 points.
Seahawks defense has 49.
By the way, the Rashid quake they're calling it because there was a seismic event.
Yeah.
And that didn't quite match the beast quake, which is still the beast quake. It's an earthquake.
Yeah.
But the top 5 loudest moments in NFL play history, but registered decibel meters, Rashid quake was number 5.
Okay.
Then it was the Broncos beating the Steelers in overtime, first play of overtime. Number 3 is Jermaine Kearse catching the touchdown against the Packers.
Yeah.
To send us to our second straight Super Bowl.
Yes.
I think number 2 is the Minnesota Miracle. It was a game-ending play. But the number 1 was the beast quake. So we have the 1, 3, and 5 loudest moments in NFL history.
That's
right
amazing.
Right there at Lumen Field.
And you know what it speaks to? It speaks to the crowd.
Yes, it does.
I mean, it speaks to how important that crowd is to the success of the Seahawks.
Yep.
I mean, you're literally you're taking something. The 12th man actually plays a definitive part.
Yeah.
How crazy is it that they have home field advantage?
We this year, where did this come from?
Can you imagine that the Seahawks didn't have to go to Chicago?
Right.
You know?
Right.
The Rams did. That's exhausting. It's cold.
That game in Santa Clara, right? If the Niners had won that, they would never have had to travel again.
Yeah.
They'd have had home field all through, and if they'd gone to the Super Bowl, it's at their home park. You know, that's
and same with the Rams. If the Rams had beat us, what was it, week 12 or something?
They'd have had number 1 seed. They'd have had the home field advantage. We still hold the record for number of false starts per game against the Giants. 11 false starts in one game because of that crowd.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable. All right, it's going to be very exciting this weekend.
This is the greatest.
Do we have any predictions on score? Do we want to do score predictions? We did this last time. We were so far off.
Well, who saw that?
Well, here's the thing. Because my prediction was 17-0, and in the middle of the first quarter, I was actually right.
There was a point where
where the Seahawks were up 17-0, and I was like, all right, if they just don't do any more offense, and their defense does what I hope it does, I'm going to nail this. And then, of course, they played the rest of the game.
I don't want to predict the score, but I'll give you a prediction. The last time we played the Rams was that 38-37 overtime win with the 2-point conversions.
When the Seahawks when they were down by what was it, 16 points in the fourth quarter?
Yeah.
When the Seahawks going into the fourth quarter had a 3% chance of winning that game.
Right.
And the Rams was the Seahawks 0-172 in situations where they were down by 16 points?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah,
and now they're 1-173.
Yeah, or the NFL teams in the history of the NFL. There were that many instances, 170-some instances, when teams have been down by that much points, that many points that
and
stage of the game.
The Rams were exactly the opposite of that stat. They were they were 172-1,
right? Hadn't blown a lead.
Oh.
I'll give you a prediction.
Give me a prediction.
The Rams racked up 580-some yards in that game offensively, set an NFL record. That ain't going to happen Sunday. I can't tell you who's going to win. The balls can bounce one way or another. A turnover could make all the difference in the world. But that defense is not going to allow 580 yards. You think those guys have been watching that film all week?
Yeah.
Of that Rams game where they just got run up and down the field?
I think so.
And luckily, Sam Darnold, who never wins big games, brought him back every time with, dropping dimes on that team, throwing bullets, and all frozen ropes. You give me every analogy you want. Any cliche you got, I'll give it to you.
I was reading this article on Seattle Sports about just 3 keys. I think it was Stacey Yost had 3 keys to the game on Sunday. And one of the things she was featuring was Matt Stafford, who had obviously an amazing season.
He's an MVP. He's a front runner, clear front runner.
But his postseason has not been as good. And the Seahawks defense is playing as good as it has ever played.
Yeah. Almost as any defense has ever played.
And that's the other question.
Yeah.
Are they as good as the Legion of Boom? Are they better than the Legion of Boom? Until they win a Super Bowl.
Until they win all, then
you can't say that.
Yeah, but I will say this because I saw another commentator because I just like to listen to smart people. The Legion of Boom may have been more talented. They had some Hall of Famers there. We just don't know. But these
you mean
guys,
more individual talent?
Individual talent.
Okay.
But this is a better, more cohesive team that plays as a unit. This defense works better in unison. And I forget who was telling us this earlier in the week that the defensive line communication between the line and linebackers and the cornerbacks, and they can just. Lefko was telling us These guys just make one quick comment. As this guy passed here, so that guy knows to go there, and he goes him, and I got him, and you got him.
Yeah.
The cohesiveness of this unit is the best I've ever seen in my life.
They look like there's more than 11 guys on the field. When you're watching it, they really do.
12.
They look like there's 12, which they get called a lot for.
Great.
No, but they do. They move in unison in such a way.
crazy.
It's like a hand closing in on a bug. They just go, suddenly there's 5 of them around you.
It's great.
Oh, it's the best.
I wouldn't talk out your time.
No, this is perfect amount of time for mine. You know my fascination with birds.
It. Yeah, I know.
You know my fascination with birds. You can guess which mine is. In Washington recently, I think this is about a week ago, there was 3 guys, I think there was 3, duck hunting, which is legal to do in Washington State. As long as you have the proper license, you can go out, you can do it.
There's a season,
There's public lands where this is available for you to do. It's not all private. You can go out there. And so they were hunting duck. And it looks like they were having some success, firing off their shotguns. Now, there's a lady who you call a Pacific Northwest...
Warbling K-Wren.
A warbling K-Wren, who warbles her way up the beach, and from a distance, she starts screaming at these guys, expletives. And she's saying, F you, F you.
She's doing a bird call.
She's saying the full word.
She's doing a bird call.
Well, she sounds exactly like a bird.
Yeah.
Like a crazy old bird.
Yeah, crow. An old crow, ironically enough.
And these guys who are, because everything is filmed these days, these guys who are filming themselves getting these birds turn up the beach to see this crazy old bird walking at them, like screaming at them, crowing at them.
Yeah.
And it's the funniest thing. So I want to play this audio, and I'm gonna stop and start it because there are 2 funny points that bear me mentioning. But let me play a little bit of this. Here you go.
What kind of bird is that? Huh? Bird is that? First.
Get the hell out of here! You're not welcome! Go away!
I mean, honestly, doesn't she sound like a bird?
Yes, she does. Oh, yes, she does.
If you didn't tell me this is like an old gray hair, I'd go, what kind of bird is that?
Can we shoot that? So you need a license for that? What season's that?
She better not do this to a blind hunter.
Oh, my gosh. You just track the sound, John.
Okay, this
Am I
is
getting
funny.
closer? A little lower.
This is the funniest part. You're not watching the video, but if you guys have seen this video, and if you haven't, I'll describe it. She bends over and she picks up. She's on the beach. We got all these great rocks, skipping rocks on the beach. She bends over. She starts picking up rocks, and there's all these ducks out in the water, right? They're duck hunting. So she starts throwing them at the ducks to scare the ducks away, so that they can't shoot them. Now this guy has to remind her that no, those are not real ducks.
Those are decoys, not ducks. We don't want you shooting around here.
So she's totally thrown off by a decoy, which is exactly what a bird would do.
And I'm sorry, go ahead.
Exactly my point.
Yeah.
She says, we don't want you around here. This is public property. And he's like, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I can be here just like you can.
Thanks for proving our point. Don't shoot anything alive, you. They're already dead. I don't care. They're already dead. I don't like shooting you, f***. Those birds identified as dead already.
Oh, mama.
Yeah.
Those birds identified as dead already. And then she just yelled.
She's trying to scare away the ducks that are floating there so they don't get shot like 10 feet away from these hunters.
Yes.
Not knowing that they're decoys, man. They're made of plastic.
And then
they're not just scared, they're actually plastic.
The final insult to injury is because she ran up the beach saying those expletive words and there's loud, screeching warble.
Yeah.
She not a joke. She attracted ducks.
No.
I'm not even joking.
Oh.
In the video, as she's leaving and she's screaming, cackling at them, a duck flies in, answering her call. And the guy turns around and he goes, boom.
Thanks, Karen.
And he goes, I got it.
Give me another call.
Oh, my gosh. It was so funny. Good for her. You know what? She doesn't like hunting. Good for her.
People feeling entitled,
these people,
empowered to just be the...
These people, Spike. Does she ever eat food? Where does she think food comes from? Honestly, is she only eating grass? What is she thinking?
Yeah,
She's not.
Yeah. Why do we have to kill cows? There's already meat at the store.
Yeah. They don't remove it surgically. Karen. All right, we got a lot more coming up. We got Charlie. This is gonna be fun. Charlie Harger wrote this great piece. It's on mynorthwest.com. You guys can check it out there right now. And he basically talks about how the Seahawks, they just unite. It's the thing that everybody can get behind, all political stripes, all walks of life. It doesn't matter. Everybody's rooting for the same team, and how valuable that is in our society right now. It's just a lot of fun. So we're going to talk to Charlie next. It's a treat to get him in here. Normally he's in here so early, but he's going to be on with us next. Stick around.
This hour is brought to you by Davis Law Group.
We are finally just about set.
One win away from the Super Bowl.
Touchdown, Seahawks! A perfect pass by Darnold.
Here's Steve Rabel and Dave Wyman call the NFC Championship game.
These guys, they take it very seriously.
Seahawks, Rams, Sunday at Lumen Field. Kickoff at 3:30.
I really had a hard time hearing thanks to the 12s.
The road to the Super Bowl runs through Seattle and the home of the Seahawks. KIRO News Radio.
This is a special alert to all Americans who own a vehicle with less than 200,000 miles with an auto warranty about to expire or with no warranty coverage at all. Due to a decline in the economy, CarShield is announcing a low-cost month-to-month vehicle protection plan that is now available to the public to save any driver out-of-pocket expenses on future auto repairs. Call now to find out how you can pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. Yes, you heard that correctly. Pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. An open phone line has been established for all drivers to call for a free quick quote. Call 800-292-4541 now. Drivers who are covered will not have to pay for covered repairs again. This protection plan is at an all-time low. Additionally, drivers who activate this vehicle protection today will also receive free roadside assistance, free towing, and car rental options at no additional cost. Call us for your free quick quote today. 800-292-4541. That's 800-292-4541. What do you have to lose? Call 800-292-4541. Again, 800-292-4541.
It's clogged again.
Your drain?
Just had it cleared.
You didn't call Apollo Plumbing.
How can you tell?
Because your drain's clogged again.
So frustrating.
We can clear that drain.
That's what the last guy said.
We'll clear it, guaranteed.
He said that too.
Apollo Plumbing will clear your drain, or it's free.
Wait, what?
Apollo Plumbing clears your drain.
Or it's free?
Yep.
What's the catch?
No catch.
Fine print?
Apollo Plumbing clears your main drain for $83.
$83, or it's free?
And we'll even give you a camera inspection.
Because?
It's the best way to find what's causing your clog.
But that's extra.
Nope. Included.
No extra charge?
Not 1 cent.
$83, or it's free.
All it takes is an accessible outside cleanout.
And an Apollo plumber.
No clog is safe from Apollo Plumbing.
And just like that, my main drain is...
draining again.
How can you...
Apollo plumbers are that good.
83, or it's free.
You call, we come.
My drain's draining again.
Guaranteed.
83, or it's free.
As it should be.
Apollo Plumbing.
ApolloPlumbing.com.
Breast cancer is a tough battle for anyone to fight. But when you can't work, care for your kids, or even put food on the table, that diagnosis can be devastating. I'm Dr. Suzette Miranda, a plastic surgeon who is proud to support Northwest Hope and Healing. Our mission is to provide a lifeline for breast and gynecologic cancer patients. We cover essentials like food, utilities, and childcare, so patients can focus on healing. For more than 25 years, Northwest Hope and Healing has distributed over $3 million to thousands of local cancer patients, and you can help make a difference in our community. Join us on Saturday, January 31st, for Cork, Fork, and Support, an afternoon of fine wine, gourmet cuisine, and inspiration at Mary Hill Winery in the heart of Woodinville wine country. Get your tickets now for Cork, Fork, and Support on January 31st. Go to nwhopeandhealing.org to learn more. That's nwhopeandhealing.org.
Welcome back to Winter Hack Radio, the place for clever hacks to survive the season. Icy driveway? Well, try spreading sand or birdseed to help with traction. Snowy puppy paws? Well, grab a whisk, brush it off, done. Catch COVID-19? Well, just get...
Actually, there's no hack for COVID-19. But if you test positive, prescription medications for COVID exist. Ask your doctor if they're right for you. Visit PfizerForAll.com to learn more. Sponsored by Pfizer.
The new year brings new health goals and wealth goals. Protecting your identity is an important step. Your info is in endless places that could expose you to identity theft, leading to lost funds. LifeLock monitors millions of data points per second. If your identity is stolen, our restoration specialists will fix it, guaranteed, or your money back. Resolve to make identity health and wealth part of your New Year's goals with LifeLock. Save up to 40% your first year with promo code NEWS. Visit LifeLock.com. Terms apply.
There is one real estate agent who's been helping KIRO listeners longer than anyone else, and that's Wes Jones with SellWithWes.com. Wes, you've helped KIRO listeners in good markets and more difficult ones. What do you think has been the secret to your success?
Thanks, Brandy. Experience has taught us that to outperform the market, we needed to do things differently from the status quo, that we needed to do more. Our exclusive system covers innovative marketing locally and internationally, leading to more eyeballs on your home, better listing prep for better showings, negotiation strategies that eliminate pesky buyer contingencies, and generate stronger offers. Through our exclusive client programs, our sellers enjoy an extraordinary marketing experience utilizing techniques a traditional agent cannot offer.
So if you want to sell your home faster, at a higher price, and with fewer contingencies, if you want more, visit sellwithwest.com. Sellwithwest.com, a better way to sell your home.
Confidence with winter driving starts at Subaru of Puyallup. Subaru's legendary all-wheel drive and advanced safety can handle rainy commutes and icy roads. Find stress-free pricing and a stress-free experience at SubaruofPuyallup.com. Subaru of Puyallup, your stress-free dealership.
KIRO News Radio 97.3 FM Northwest News. Now, the latest from KIRO News Radio and mynorthwest.com.
Good afternoon. I'm Aaron Granello. Across the Pacific Northwest, Seahawks fans everywhere are coming together for Sunday's big game. These 12s telling KIRO 7 TV.
Super excited, super confident.
Emotionally, it's charging. It's exciting.
KIRO News Radio's Luke Ducey talked with the leading sports psychologist about what it all means. According to world-renowned sports psychologist Dr. Daniel Wan at Murray State University, being a 12 means more than we might think.
It all comes down to the fact that we have within us a built-in need to belong.
And if you're feeling anxious leading up to Sunday's 3:30 kickoff, well, that's a good thing.
Because if you don't feel anxious about an upcoming sporting event, are you really even excited?
Luke Ducey, KIRO News Radio. And catch the kickoff right here on KIRO News Radio. An initiative to ban transgender athletes from participating in girls' sports in Washington schools has enough signatures now to make the ballots. KIRO News Radio's Frank Lenzi reports.
Ryan Haywood, founder of Let's Go Washington, the group behind the initiative, spoke with the Jason Rantz Show on Seattle Red 770 AM.
About 49% of the people that signed the initiative were either independent or Democrat, and 49% were Republican.
His group says, quote, biological men are competing in girls' sports in Washington state, and it's destroying fairness in girls' sports, end quote. But the group Washington Families for Freedom says this measure would subject girls to what it calls unnecessary examinations or expensive genetic testing. Frank Lenzi, KIRO News Radio.
Our recent weather pattern around here giving new meaning to dry January. Today is 11 consecutive days with no rainfall in Seattle. Jacob D. Flitch with the National Weather Service says this dry spell could reach the record books.
We're looking in maybe at a weather system on Monday, but likely not much, if any, precipitation. So by that point, once you get to Tuesday, we could be looking at tying the longest, driest period in January.
That would be 15 days without rain this month. That record set back in 1963. Let's go now to the real-time traffic desk at 2:32 with Nate Connors.
All righty, let's see. North 5, we're looking at scattered backups approaching the West Seattle Bridge across the Ship Canal Bridge. It's taking a half hour to commute through downtown. South 5, you're just a little crowded from Northgate into downtown. Linwood to Seattle, just under 20 minutes. Over in Bellevue, South 405 approaching I-90. We still have this collision blocking the far right lane. This is in the middle of a hefty backup from Southeast 8th to Cold Creek Parkway. Then you'll break free. Bellevue to Renton, just under 20 minutes. South 405 along South Center is pretty heavy now. North 405 is getting heavy through the Renton S-curves, and really outside of that, no big surprises out there. This report brought to you by your Seattle Seahawks. Head to Seahawks.com/tickets to secure your playoff seats today. KIRO News Radio, real-time traffic. I'm Nate Connors.
Sunshine today and tomorrow. A few more clouds on Sunday, but still nice weather for the Hawks game. Right now, 46 degrees in downtown Seattle. I'm Aaron Granello, KIRO News Radio.
Your best source for local news. You're listening to KIRO News Radio, Northwest News.
to the show. Very excited to have Charlie Harger from Seattle's Morning News join us in this late hour, which is a treat, Spike, to have him
thanks
here.
for hanging out, brother.
Hi, guys. Great to be here.
Yeah.
Charlie, I see you're wearing a Seahawks sweatshirt.
Yeah, it is
Spike's
Blue Friday.
got a Seahawks jersey on. Everybody's got Seahawks stuff on. I forgot the memo today, which is
Blue Friday, buddy.
Blue Friday.
We only had
I should've
18
known.
of them in a row. It's okay. It's okay.
Listen, this I've been thinking about this day. We are now 49 hours away from the start of the game.
It's 49.
From the
It
NFC
is,
Championship.
it is. Yes.
This weekend, we're either going to come back from this weekend and we don't have to talk about football anymore. I mean, we don't get to. Football's fantastic and we love it. Or we'll be talking about the Super Bowl.
Yes. Yeah.
This is a giant weekend.
Huge.
Have you guys noticed in your personal lives, does it feel like everybody that you guys talk to, is everybody buzzing about this?
100%. I think this is the big thing, and it's something we can all talk about, right?
Go Hawks has become the new high five greeting to everybody I see.
Yeah.
Everybody. If you go through a store, the cashier, go Hawks, go Hawks. Go Hawks.
I'm using it every time I send an email now. I say, go Hawks, Jake.
That's what you do.
Yeah.
That's a city in love with a team at a special moment. That's what you do.
And Charlie, you've noticed, you got a piece on mynorthwest.com right now people can read. You've noticed that this is kind of one of those things that it bridges all gaps.
Unifying moment. This is what we need right now. I wrote about this because, I'm going around everywhere. We're high-fiving. We're talking about the Hawks. Even people who you wouldn't think are into the Hawks are into the Hawks, right? And I got to thinking in this article, look, I have liberal friends. They are stoked about this. I've got very conservative friends, super stoked. And I've got friends who do not care about politics, right? And they are excited. And that's just like the thing that is great about sports, especially when you have a story, this team, that it's bringing people together.
Yeah.
And so my bigger thought when I was putting this together is like, our politics right now, we're fractured in this country, right? I mean, and I'm not saying you don't have a right to believe whatever you believe, but a lot of people think, okay, well, we're never going to get back to normal again. And a story like this tells me that we're not so fractured we can't heal. And it might not be tomorrow and it might not be over the Hawks, but that muscle memory is still there, that we do know how to get along. And you know what? Maybe we will one day. It'll take time. But it's just such an indicator. When I watch this community come together, we can do it.
Super Bowl sure would help. Would that be nice?
You know, I felt the same way when the Mariners made this historic run last fall.
Yeah.
You know, that people that you didn't know were unified, strangers saying hi, go M's, go Hawks, all these things. This is the value of sports to a community. You're right. It's a great unifier. No matter, I got invited to a Super Bowl party with the most conservative red hat MAGA man I know. I got a call this morning.
Yeah.
He said, "Look, not to jinx it, and I know you hate travel." He lives down in the South End because that's where conservatives live. Smart people live south or north. Us liberal snowflakes live more in the urban areas.
North,
or north. Just the smarter your dollar goes further, Americans. You know what I'm saying?
Just we like to live out where we can stretch out.
My point being, this guy's like, I won't talk politics. Let's just talk Seahawks. I'm like, buddy, I love this. I love that this it works, and we need. You're right. We need it now more than ever. We need this team to win Sunday, or the country will falter. No pressure.
The country will fall apart if the Seahawks don't win. We were having for the game last week against the 49ers, we had some people over, varying political stuff.
Didn't matter.
So I walk into the room, and the two people everybody who was there is very close to my life and related. So we were there, and there was two people having a funny conversation about something in the news that they had seen or whatever, and it was political in nature. And then I knew somebody else was about to enter the room who was of the opposite
ideology. Okay.
Yeah. And I kind of gave a little wink to these two people. I said, "Hey, just a heads up, why don't we just talk about football?" Because it's common ground. Everybody can just enjoy it. But I do wonder, I think a big reason it seems like we're all fractured. Like, I think what you're saying is absolutely true. What's revealed is we're not as fractured as people want us to believe that we are. I think sports tells us that. I think movies tells us that. People want to go see a movie. Like, everybody loves Lord of the Rings. Maybe that's not true, but I love Lord of the Rings, and a lot of people love it.
It's a classic good versus evil battle, much like politics. I'm just kidding.
No,
big political.
No, and that's fine. No, it's a funny joke. But that's what I'm saying. Like, the way that politics is fed to us these days, on social media, which is the
you're
devil.
Right. Yep.
And on most news sources, excluding KIRO News, because we're very even-handed here. And also the cool thing about what we do on radio is you actually get to know us as people. So like we get text messages from people all the time who are listening to the show for long stretches of time. We're not delivering sound bites. You really do get to know us as people. Like,
that's why I got the invite today. My buddy's like, you're a chucklehead with regard to your politics, but I love who you are as a dad and a husband and a father.
99% of the stuff about you I really like. 1% of the stuff I think you're funny. And that's just but that's life.
Well, it shows how poor judgment you have, so that's fine.
But if you look at the way that it's delivered in the news, and then you got to ask yourself, like, well, why is it being delivered this way to us? And maybe this is just my cynical nature, but I look at the way that news delivers things to us. You can click on Fox News, you're going to get a very specific point of view. You can watch CNN, you're going to get a very specific MSNBC.
MS Now.
MS Now. You're right, MS Now. Because they're selling a product. What they're doing is they're trying to like rile up whoever they can to get like tied into what they're watching and get that fervor up. It doesn't benefit them to just be normal. It doesn't.
No, it doesn't. No, rage and engage. Boom.
That's all it is. So like we're not nearly as fractured. Like I was talking about this with somebody else this morning. If you actually got to know politicians behind the scenes when they're not in front of a camera and in front of a pedestal making a speech, they're totally normal people. I mean, some are psychos.
Most of them.
Some are psychos.
Many.
But many.
If you look, nice guys.
You go into
normal
the Senate.
people.
You go into the Senate and you look at the top Senate Democrat, top Senate Republican. You know they have lunch together all the time?
Yeah, they do. You're right.
But if you were to watch them on TV, you'd be like, oh, I bet you they hate each other. But of course they don't, because they're normal people. And so, you know
what they all hate? They all hate the Rams.
Yeah,
all of them.
That's a great unifier.
It really is. The only red hat I hate has a San Francisco logo on the front.
But that's the cool thing about sports, but it also is what's it reveals about the rest of society, which is that you can't sell the Seahawks in a negative way because everybody was rooting for them to win. And just imagine for a second if the mass news organizations and all the social media and all the crap that they put out, like vomit, wasn't aiming to rile you up and piss you off, then the world might look a little different.
Yeah.
And so my advice is just to stay off social media.
And I think the one thing you need to think about is at the game, no one's talking politics, right? You are in the stands. You are united in purpose, united in
You're
cause.
rooting against the common enemy, which is the Rams.
Yes, those dang Rams. And if we can do it there, think about how we're in a fraught world right now, but we won't always be. And we can find that humanity, that coolness in one another. And I just don't think we are as broken as we've been led to believe.
We're not. You know what we could really use right now?
Love, sweet love.
Love, well, of course, that goes without saying. How good's our hockey team? Winter Olympics right around the corner. We need another miracle on ice.
Yeah.
The USA hockey team gold medal. We'd rally.
There is a documentary actually coming out about the 1980 U.S. men's hockey team.
The Miracle on Ice team?
I believe, I don't know for sure, but I think it might be on Netflix, but it's about all, Ruzioni.
Oh, I've seen
and all
this
those
hockey
guys.
show on Netflix.
That's not the one.
Oh, okay.
That's not it. No, but I think there's one coming out. It should be good. People should check it out.
I'm looking forward to Sunday.
And I haven't seen the hockey show on Netflix, just to be clear.
What hockey show are you talking about?
Oh, you should check it out.
What is it?
You'll love it.
What is it?
It's a love story. It's a story about love in hockey and love in hockey.
Yeah.
What's it called?
Between hockey players. I've heard of it. I don't know the name either.
It's on HBO. Are you guys talking about Heated Rivalry?
Yes. Oh, it's HBO. I apologize, Laura.
Yes.
Heated Rivalry.
I don't know
you should check it out. Give us a full report on Monday.
I'm not like a huge hockey fan, but I like sports. I'll check it out.
You're gonna love
it. All right. That's Charlie Harger. Thank you so much for coming in. We appreciate it. Go Hawks.
Go Hawks.
And
Go Hawks.
49 hours and
48 hours.
48 hours
32
and,
minutes.
Yeah, 32 minutes away. All right. Go Hawks. We'll be right back with your text messages.
Hi, I'm Charlie Harder.
And I'm Amanda Factor.
After the big game, what's next for the Hawks?
We'll have all the highlights.
Ready to talk taxes?
No, but I suppose we must.
CBS business analyst Jill Schlesinger joins us with a ton of changes that could affect you.
And we check in with the King County Prosecutor's Office for Crime and Punishment.
Sully has traffic every 10 minutes.
Hope you can join us Monday 5 to 9 on Seattle's Morning News.
On KIRO News Radio, 97.3 FM. Subscribe to the KIRO News Radio YouTube channel and watch live.
Styles change, 12s grow, but Seahawks love, that's forever. From the young fans in their fresh new jerseys to the lifelong 12s in their throwback jackets. At the Pro Shop, we've got gear for 12s of every age and every walk of life. This is the Pro Shop. Shop official Seahawks gear in-store at Lumen Field and the Landing in Renton, or online at Seahawks.com/Pro Shop.
Your old furnace ain't nice, and your toes are like ice.
DayandNight.net.
Day and Night gives you a free furnace or water heater with installation of an AC or heat pump.
If you're not sure your furnace will make it through another winter, call us to install a proper, long-lasting, efficient heating system backed by our lifetime workmanship guarantee, so you won't be left out in the cold.
Install an AC or heat pump and get a free furnace or water heater from Day and Night Plumbing, Heating, Cooling, and Electric.
DayandNight.net.
At Skyline Seattle, senior living never sounded so good. We celebrate the arts and are building enviable cultural partnerships like the Ballardet Quartet from the Seattle Chamber Music Society and the Seattle Art Museum. We provide our residents all the energy Seattle offers. Make your home at Seattle's only true life care community. Culture has an address. Skyline. Discover it all at skylineseattle.org.
I'm Ed Evans, CEO of Consumer Cellular. You know, the big wireless companies say they have discounts for people over 55, but unless you're willing to sit on hold and ask, you're probably paying more than you should. At Consumer Cellular, there's nothing to hunt down. We're built for people 50 plus with plans starting at just $20. And our 100% US-based customer service actually answers the phone. Call 1-888-FREEDOM or visit consumercellular.com today and get your second month free for a limited time.
Taxes, fees, and other third-party charges will apply. See website for additional details.
Progressive knows life takes you in many directions.
Bear right at exit 32, then begin to wonder why you never bought a fish tank. In 1.3 miles, you'll realize you've been mispronouncing epitome your whole life. At the roundabout, you will remember you said something at dinner you wish you hadn't and will think about it for decades. You have arrived at your destination, but it turns out there really is no destination and life just keeps going.
Wherever life takes you, protect your home and auto with a bundle from Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and other insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
You know the one question that guys hate to have asked of them by their wives, Nick?
I can take a good guess.
I know you know 100 of them. This is the worst one. Do these jeans make my butt look big?
Whoa.
Can't answer that one, right? What I've noticed is whenever you ask me questions like that, I just simply say, oh, I don't know. What did the doctors at Longevity Medical Clinic say?
Well, the doctors at Longevity Medical Clinic would tell me that my butt looks great in those jeans now that my hormones are balanced.
What'd they do? Did they give you something to bring your weight down?
No, just a result of having my hormones balanced caused me to lose weight. Who would have known? I had no idea that would be a result of it.
So that's good. So the answer is you look great. You're beautiful.
I feel great. I look great.
Yeah.
And I know it.
I've also noticed that your testosterone makes you a little feistier than you normally are as my beautiful Greek wife.
I might be small, but I have a loud bark.
Yes, you do. Do what Nick and I have done. Take a free health analysis at longevitymedicalclinic.com.
As a mom, comforting my family is what I do best. Vicks Vapor Stick provides soothing, non-medicated Vicks vapors in an easy-to-apply stick, and it dries fast, so there's no mess. I use it to comfort myself and my family.
Thanks, Mom.
Vicks Vapo Stick, soothing comfort for the whole family. And try Vicks Vapo Shower Max for steamy Vicks Vapors when you need more comfort for yourself. Use as directed.
Pizza's here.
Oh, great. I'd love some, but I'm worried about my stomach issues.
If you're worried about having diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose, oily stools, it may not just be stomach issues. It could be a condition called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. With EPI, the pancreas doesn't release enough enzymes to break down food, but EPI is manageable. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and talk to your doctor. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
Thanks for calling CM Heating.
Aren't you the company that gives away free furnaces?
That's us. Buy a qualifying high-efficiency cooling system and the furnace is free.
Wow.
Yeah, and our home comfort advisors are tax credit and rebate specialists, so they'll handle the rebate for you.
Go to CM Heating for better comfort, lower bills, and a free furnace you'll love for years. Get your free estimate for furnace replacement at cmheating.com. And remember, for furnaces, fireplaces, hot water, and total home comfort, including electrical,
there's no beating CM Heating.
Hair Volume from New Nordic will make your hair look thick and healthy. Hair Volume is available online at Amazon and newnordicusa.com or in the hair care aisle at your local CVS.
Guys, your New Year goals start now. Get limited time savings on our most popular treatments at Revive Men's Health. Visit ReviveMen'sHealth.com to see if you qualify to save hundreds.
Now is your time to get into a new D.R. Horton home by taking advantage of its National Red Tag Sales event going on right now through January 25th. Stop by any of its participating communities and find select Red Tag homes at incredible pricing. So whether you're buying your first home or looking for an upgrade, you don't want to miss the Red Tag Sales event going on right now. Discover the D.R. Horton difference. Visit drhorton.com. D.R. Horton, America's builder and equal housing opportunity builder.
All right, welcome back to the show. We got a lot of text messages today. Let's just dive right in.
Ed and Ken says, Spike is simply an eat the rich kind of guy. No need to hide it. And I don't think I try.
He does not try.
Thanks, Ed. Yeah.
He does not try. I, on the other hand, would like to have dinner with the rich. I don't want to eat them, but I do like to befriend them.
You're eat with the rich.
Yes, exactly.
A little wagyu.
Matt says, having been laid off by both large and small companies, I have realized that the bottom line is what matters. If it is a publicly held company, they have to keep the stockholders happy.
Yeah.
206 says, surprise plot twist on Jeff Bezos, the guy who chose to send his wife's friend group for a spin in the atmosphere instead of funding something to benefit humanity.
Ooh, diggy.
You know, it's interesting, though. I will say, he has a lot of money to go around.
Yeah.
He's pursuing space travel, which obviously that was a massive industry that he's going to make a lot of money on, that was a publicity thing.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not trying to only be defending Jeff Bezos. He also has a large charitable thing where he gives billions of dollars.
Yeah.
He's likely given more money to charity.
Venice had the best year they've had in decades when he rented the whole city.
Venice is doing very well.
If you're a small business
year.
owner in Venice, you had a great year.
If you sell yacht fuel, this has been a very good year for you.
Banner year. On near-death survival, Rick in Briar says, I surfed a van from the Edmonds Ferry to the first light at the top of the hill. Why? I'm not sure. None of my friends would.
Rick, I love you.
You and I were talking off the air. We should have a segment called I Used to Be a Moron.
I was such a moron.
Can you do a jingle?
Yeah. Where we just, not that we're encouraging this behavior, but we could have people send in stupid things that they did.
I shouldn't be alive.
Exactly. I mean, the stuff that we all did when we were young.
Yeah, I think with a lot of people out there with a stupid past. On the Aging Seattle Center, 206 says, did you guys know the Pacific Science Center was actually built to be disassembled? If you look at the way it's put together, there are 4 sides put together with a huge steel pin running from the top to the bottom. It was meant to collapse on itself after the World's Fair. Wow.
This is something I've never heard of. I'm even trying to imagine what they're talking about.
Can we pull, is that art piece we're talking about, can we pull the pin?
That's amazing.
Oh, I'm going to look into this.
Christine in Renton says, I'd rather them spend $1 billion on the Seattle Center upgrade than the scam of the CCA. Christine, I'm 100% there with you. If they just took that money that they're going to be spending on Lord knows what, and actually put it somewhere where we can see that money, that wouldn't be the worst thing.
Or not take any more of ours.
Or not take it.
There you
That's
go.
what I'd rather. Yeah, absolutely.
Tom in West Seattle says, turn it into a park like New York City's Central Park. That space is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to create a green space that in itself will attract visitors. Everyone's heard of Central Park, and it's one of the attractions that visitors want to see when they visit the city. In my mind's eye, I see a small amphitheater, space for a festival, vendors, trails, water features. It could be something that outlasts us, our children, and our children's children. It is something that I could get behind, and it's got to be cheaper than tearing it down and building new. Ah, green space. My blood pressure's already lower.
Flying some wrens?
You should put an aviary there. All the birds.
Those butterfly noises do nothing for me.
Oh, is that an aviary?
There's butterflies? No, aviary's birds.
Is that birds?
They got a butterfly garden in there.
Yeah.
Lovely, yes, but the sounds.
Yeah, but butterflies don't chirp, do they?
No.
Somebody answered a question I had. 206 says that Starbucks in the Seattle Center House is still open, 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. most days.
All right.
On a proposed new tire tax, trucker Robert in Puyallup says they are just promoting illegal dumping with the tire disposal tax. You can always buy tires out of state and have them installed here.
Interesting.
That's interesting.
I have bought tires online because they were cheaper and taken them to a local store to have them installed.
Oh, they shipped them to your house?
They shipped them to my house.
Whoa.
And I swear to you, The Amazon driver dropped 4 full-size tires right outside my front door.
Perfect.
Like you couldn't get out of my house. If there was a fire.
Was there free shipping on those? Was it
Yes.
Prime?
Yes. And
that's a really smart idea.
I'm telling you, there was the best price available, free shipping because I'm a Prime member.
Yeah.
But the guy stacked 4 full-size tires in front of my front door. I hadn't thought about that in so long.
Did you love as a kid climbing inside stacks of tires?
Sure.
Do you remember doing that? It's just the smell. That 6 ppd smell, just like
there was
soaking
one
in.
that was underwater off of like the Magnuson Sail Sandpoint. And
Tires?
Just a tire that was out there, and the kids figured out. I was a babysitter at the time, but the kids I was babysitting figured out that it was out there, and they would bounce on it because it was just
awesome.
deep enough.
Did they swim through it?
No, sorry, it was on the bottom.
It was
It made like a little underwater trampoline.
Did they swim
It
through
was
it?
on side, and they just bounce on it as it sat there.
Oh, got it.
I do remember scavenging for tubes at a used tires, at a tire store.
For swimming down the river?
When we were kids,
Yeah.
for floating on the creeks.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
All right, that's actually all the time we have for this. Hope you guys have a great weekend. It's NFC Championship weekend. Go Hawks.
Go Hawks.
Go Hawks. Please, God, let the Hawks win. There you go. All right, John Curley's coming up next. We will see you guys back here Monday. Bye-bye.
We are finally just about set.
One win away from the Super Bowl.
Touchdown, Seahawks! A perfect pass by Darnold.
Here's Steve Rabel and Dave Wyman call the NFC Championship game.
These guys, they take it very seriously.
Seahawks, Rams, Sunday at Lumen Field. Kickoff at 3:30.
I really had a hard time hearing thanks to the 12s.
The road to the Super Bowl runs through Seattle and the home of the Seahawks. KIRO News Radio.
Are you living with dry AMD? If so, you could be on the road to geographic atrophy, or GA, a condition that leads to retinal cell death and permanent vision loss. But with Izervay, you can
slow it down and get it going slower.
Izervay slows GA progression by targeting a key source of retinal cell death, which may help preserve your vision longer. Izervay, or Avastin Captid Pagel, is a prescription eye injection used to treat GA. Don't take it if you have an infection or active swelling in or around your eye. Izervay can cause eye infection, retinal detachment, or increased risk of wet AMD. Izervay may temporarily increase eye pressure. Your vision may be impaired after an eye injection or exam. Don't delay. Ask your doctor about Izervay today.
Izervay gets GA going slower.
Visit Izervay.com. That's IZERVAY.com. Paid for by Astellas Pharma.
Excite Fight Live MMA brings you a night of raw adrenaline and heart-pounding action. See the fiercest fighters go head-to-head at Muckleshoot Casino Resort at 7 p.m. on Saturday, January 31st. Tickets are selling fast. Get yours before they're gone at MuckleshootCasino.com. It's a fight night like you wouldn't believe. Don't miss Live MMA Saturday, January 31st at Muckleshoot Casino Resort.
Be advised, this is your opportunity to save up to 40 to 80% on a hot tub or swim spa this weekend only, today through Sunday. Linwood Event Center. Be advised, this is your opportunity to save up to 40 to 80% on a hot tub or swim spa this weekend only, today through Sunday. Linwood Event Center. 18-month interest-free financing. Our factories have demanded we sell 1,000 hot tubs and swim spas this weekend. Linwood Event Center. Huge factory incentives, factory rebates, this weekend only. Linwood Event Center. We can remove your old hot tub. Free delivery of your new hot tub. Hot tub starting at $2,999. Linwood Event Center. Free delivery of your new hot tub. Just relax and enjoy. Linwood Event Center. Today, 2 p.m. to 8 p.m. Saturday, 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. Sunday, 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Free admission, free parking, free delivery. Linwood Event Center. Call 833-SPA-SALE or visit hottubandSwimSpaSale.com.
Choke Points with Chris Sullivan, presented by Carter Subaru.
More like choke point. The new year brings a big new headache for the thousands of you commuting south on I-5 into Seattle. The latest phase of Revive I-5 is underway, and it won't be finished anytime soon. I've got you covered with traffic on the 3s every morning from 6 to 9 on Seattle's Morning News. Nate Connors has you covered every afternoon. We're always hunting for alternate routes, and we'll help you get where you need to be a little faster. On KIRO News Radio 97.3 FM.
For almost 50 years, over 90,000 homeowners have trusted Home Comfort Alliance. Alliance, including me, John Curley here. If comfort and energy savings matter to you, now is the time. Save up to $2,000 on a new Lennox heating and cooling system. Home Comfort Alliance will replace your system with one tailored to your home's layout and energy optimization. Visit homecomfortalliance.com to save up to $2,000 on a Lennox and schedule a free consultation. For heating, cooling, plumbing, or electrical, call the comfort people. Home Comfort Alliance.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Ready to get rid of that old car? Donate it to Cars for Kids. Call 1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS to reach a friendly live agent. Donation's super easy, and your car can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Call us now, 1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS. That's Cars with a K to donate your car today.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Did you know you can donate real estate too? Go to carsforkids.org. That's carsforkids.org.
Your best source for local news. KIRO News Radio. KIRO FM and HD1. Tacoma, Seattle. North